All right. And we are live. What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about Colorado butthurt blue voter suppression. That's right. Colorado butthurt blue voter suppression. For those of you who have not heard, the Colorado Supreme Court ruled that Donald Trump is disqualified from being on the ballot in Colorado. You did not mishear that. The Colorado Supreme Court, which is made up of Democrats, has decided that Donald Trump is disqualified from being on the ballot. Now, this is far worse. It's actually far worse than I thought. I found out today, even if you write Donald Trump's name in, it will not be counted in Colorado. Let me say that again. Even if you write Donald Trump's name in Colorado, your vote won't count. Let that sink in. Let what I just told you sink in. The Colorado Supreme Court voted to literally suppress Trump voters. We are in uncharted territory, folks. The Supreme Court of Colorado literally voted to suppress Trump voters. In case you don't know, that Supreme Court decision is based off the 14th Amendment, I believe, Section 3. If you help support an insurrection, you're disqualified from office. Even though that was meant for people who were part of the Confederacy, it has nothing to do with what Donald Trump was a part of. But because of that ruling, any vote cast for Donald Trump in Colorado is automatically dismissed. Basically, they've taken away Coloradoans' rights to vote for Donald Trump. I'm being quiet for a reason. I need y'all to let that sink in. The Democrats who love to say they're fighting for Yeah, BGS. Yeah. Um. Uh. Like I said, the Democrats who claim to be fighting for democracy pretty much just disenfranchise voters in Colorado, and this is some total horseshit. And now, certainly, this is not over yet. They still have to go to the Supreme Court, but we're in uncharted territory, and I'm afraid this is going to get ugly. This is going to get very ugly. Um, I get that people don't like Donald Trump. Some people don't like Donald Trump. That's perfectly fine. I'm not here to tell you to go vote for Donald Trump. It's one thing to cast your vote for somebody else. It's another thing to actively prevent people who want to vote for Donald Trump from voting for Donald Trump. That's what the Democrats are doing right now. And they're not just doing it in Colorado. They're doing this in, I believe, Connecticut, Michigan. And I even heard that your state, BGS, California, the lieutenant governor is thinking about trying this stuff, pulling this stunt too. Um, this is a terrible idea, and don't just take my word for that. Give me 1 second. Don't just take my word for it. Hear it from a Democrat.
It's a good sign that you're on the wrong side of the Colorado Supreme Court decision to take Donald Trump off the ballot when even lifelong Democrat and Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz is saying this.
In the 60 years I've been practicing and teaching law, I've never seen a decision that is so anti-democratic and so unconstitutional. It is absurd. The idea that the 14th Amendment was supposed to substitute for the impeachment provision carefully drafted by the framers is wrong. If you want to impeach a president, if you want to make him not be able to run in the future, there's a provision that requires a two-thirds vote of the Senate. But the idea that the framers of the 14th Amendment intended to circumvent that carefully drawn provision and simply allow any state to make up grounds for denying him the right to be on the ballot undercuts democracy. The 14th Amendment itself is very clear. It says in Section 5, the Congress shall have the power for the what?
Alan Dershowitz is saying that. Lifelong Democrat is telling y'all this is a load of crap. Now, there's a reason I'm calling them butthurt blue. I don't call them butthurt blue for no reason. I'm calling them butthurt blue is because these people are so hell bent on keeping Trump from the presidency to the point where they're willing to disenfranchise people for real. In fact, quite frankly, I don't want to hear about. I don't want to hear Democrats cry about Republican voter suppression anymore. I don't, because if you let this crap in Colorado stand, if this is the kind of crap y'all going to pull, you're doing more to disenfranchise voters than the Republicans are doing right now. Quite frankly, and I'm going to put it to you in terms that butthurt blue can understand. How would you feel if they did this to Obama? How would you feel if the Republican governors did that to Obama back in 2008 or 2012? We in uncharted territory, folks. You think, and quite frankly, I don't think Trump would have got Colorado anyway because I believe Colorado is a blue state. But my thing is, why would you piss off those voters? Why would you risk turning a clearly blue state red by doing this kind of stuff? Yeah, I'm glad you said that, BGS. I just learned that today that they pulled this stuff with Abe Lincoln. The South pulled this stuff. The Democrats in the South, yes, the Democrats in the South, back in the 1860s. For those of you who don't know, if I'm not mistaken, the Democrat Party was started by slave owners, and back in the 1960s. Now, granted, let's get our history facts straight. The South did not succeed because of slavery. The South succeeded because they didn't want tariffs put on their they didn't want tariffs put on them again, because every time tariffs got put on them, they went into a recession. But yeah, this is a real clusterfuck, and quite frankly, if the Democrats don't stop playing around, have you ever looked at the electoral map when Reagan won the second time? I suggest you go look at that map. To say it was a red wave is just an understatement. But if Democrats want to go down this route, I don't think it's going to end well. I really don't. And oh, by the way, if Trump does win,
for the white Democrats and white progressives who are basically telling black people, well, if you blacks don't get it together and vote for Biden, if Trump wins, we're just going to blame you. You're to blame. Y'all do that every election year.
pretty
Y'all
much.
You blackies better get it together and keep this establishment going so that I can stay comfortable, because you know what we could do to you. That's not going to work on us anymore. Once again, y'all don't really want to dismantle the system. You want to reform it. But y'all fail to understand that white supremacy cannot be reformed. And because that y'all know that y'all still benefit from this system because of your whiteness, you want to tell black and brown folks to vote for Biden to keep you comfortable. Y'all really don't care about black and brown folks dying, to be honest, because if y'all did, y'all would be trying to dismantle the system. A lot of the most marginalized have not felt any changes under Obama, under Trump, and under Biden. And that's why I see liberals and conservatives as the same, because liberals are just not radical enough for me. Y'all don't hate white supremacy enough for me. And this is why I do not trust y'all. So if Trump wins,
My sentiments exactly. Now, I am going to go ahead. Give me 1 second. And drop the link. If anybody wants to come up and talk about this, you can do so now. Um, this is a hot mess, and it might get ugly. It's going to get ugly. This is we're in an uncharted territory. I never thought they would go this far. Believe it or not, I have to shout out Noob Glory. He pointed this out yesterday, and I acknowledged it. And once I read into it a bit more, I was I was actually pretty shocked on. I thought, okay, he's not going to be on the ballot, but they can still write him. I thought they could still write him in. No, they can't even write him in. As I said, this is uncharted territory. And I don't think this is going to bode too well for the Democrats if they keep playing games like this. 1 second. Hey, what's going on, Better You?
Nothing much. How you doing, brother?
All right, just covering this stuff, man. We're in uncharted territory with this ruling.
I
Well, not necessarily too uncharted territory, but I didn't expect the Democrats to pull some dirty South crap.
I feel like the whole slippery slope argument. I feel
Yeah,
like we down the slope, right?
pretty much. Yeah. We've been knocked off the cliff.
The one thing I would kind of say is I don't necessarily see it as, and maybe this is just my personal bias coming into it. I don't
Okay.
see it so much as a anti-Trump move as it is the Democrats, in particular, fuckboy Joe, trying to hold on to power by any means necessary. Like they are going to try to drag his decrepit corpse across the finish line by any means necessary. And
You know,
ironically,
about a week or two ago, I probably would have said you're crazy, but you're right, bro.
so I
I
mean,
may have said you were crazy a few weeks ago, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh boy, we got the master teacher with us. What's going on, BGS?
I
hey,
told you. I told you this almost 3 years ago,
Yeah,
didn't I?
yeah.
Didn't I?
They want that agenda. They must really want that agenda done badly.
No,
Good
it's not.
lord.
It's not an agenda. Okay, this is a problem, and I'm gonna be careful because I know people are listening, right? Okay.
Right.
I told you the way the shit works. Basically, Trump was supposed to go down for January 6th. He really was. Okay. And Republicans cut a deal, because they don't like sending commanders in chiefs to prison. Okay, they cut a deal, just like they did with Hillary. Um,
Yeah.
okay, all this stuff is forgotten as long as you don't run again. And what I tell you? I tell you, as long as he don't run again, he's fine. I said, as soon as he runs again, all these dogs that have been circling around him are going to start attacking him. I told you that 3 years ago. I don't know why you guys are surprised. He ain't supposed to run it. This is not. If this is an anti-Trump thing, okay, 100%.
Oh boy. They going to miles. That's for sure.
They they're willing to go to the mat. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And that's all. The thing is, can a president like him that's under all these indictments when to be actually be president? And the closer it looked like he was, there's other stuff that they were willing to do. So this is just one of them. I don't know why you're not surprised. I wonder why you are surprised.
I'll put it like this. The only thing I'm surprised at is the dude ain't really keeled over yet. I feel like he got to be the biggest big tease for the Grim Reaper, but God, dog, man.
They've done that before. I don't think they want to do this in this case.
I mean, he old as dirt, man.
Okay.
they're probably far behind them, but still.
Hey,
Okay. All right.
I'll put it like this. Regardless,
Mm-hmm.
we screwed either way. But
We're screwed either way as far as what?
if he were to live and make it, or if he were to go, I don't believe his successor is any better than he.
Some things can't be undone, and that's the problem with this current administration. They probably gambled with money they shouldn't have gambled with, and guess what? They came up snake eyes, and guess who has to pay for it?
Yeah, boy. Everybody else.
Well, we will. So it is what it is. That
Yeah.
that it can't be undone. But as far as this is concerned, is I'm not surprised about this kind of move that they're doing. And guess who's not saying anything? Your Republican Party's not saying anything, are they?
Actually, some of them are saying some.
As a whole.
Oh, as a whole, no, not as a whole, but individually, but not as a whole.
I'm sure even Democrats individually are saying something like about this individually.
Yeah, this played Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah, individually. But the
The
people,
rest of them are allegedly celebrating. I'm like, okay.
yeah, well, it was there. Well, you know what? If the Democrats were doing what they're supposed to be doing, that it probably wouldn't even be an issue, especially with the indictments on it. But
Yeah.
I guess it's a race to the bottom. So
Oh, you mean we not at bottom yet?
you don't want
Mm,
to see the bottom.
yeah, you don't want to see the bottom. Bottom is stuff
Mm,
doesn't work. Stop working.
Oh, you mean complete collapse? Okay, I got you.
Well, where is the bottom at, sir? You say the bottom. Where's the bottom at?
Yeah,
It's
that's
on the
another way
ground
to look
floor. If
at
you
it.
say the bottom, that means the bottom.
Yeah, that's true because we're talking trillions of dollars. So yeah, it might be a bottomless pit.
People
That's
say
the
we ain't hit the bottom yet. No, you wouldn't know if you hit the bottom. Okay, you would know
Yeah.
hit the bottom. 20% of your chicks be walking the streets right now if you hit the bottom.
you know what that reminds me of, man. There was this old South Park episode with James Cameron. He had to go find a bar. He had to go into the ocean to find a bar and raise a bar.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow. Yeah. 14 watching, like, share, subscribe, hit the cash app. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
because that's what I asked BMT. Are you sure that the guy that you want to be president is going to beat all this? Because you're pushing this to get behind him. I said, are you sure he's going to be able to beat all this kind of stuff? Because
we're about to find out.
we're about to find out.
Eh,
If he can, then I have to give him. You have to give him his credit. He's a better man than I thought.
Yeah,
I've never, at least in modern political history, I've never seen a situation where both candidates are just so disliked, but so inevitable.
Yeah, part of it is the candidate. Part of it is the position that the United States is in. So, and part of it, and some of this stuff is it's been building for the last 25 years, and it's just now coming to a head. Um, I know people behind the wall know that I talk about this as the end game. People didn't believe it.
yeah, definitely. We can't see it's the end game now. I don't know what to tell you.
So this is it. All the marbles are already on the board. So it's for all the marbles. And people are willing to do things they probably wouldn't normally do. You look at what's going on right now in the Middle East. Normally, they wouldn't let this go this far, especially to disrupt trade. There's a reason for
Right.
them not letting it go this far, but it's good to the point where they're disrupting trade.
Yeah. I just read about how one of the chosen one soldiers sniped a mother and daughter in a church.
Yeah.
And the
That's been happening. That's it. That we don't always hear about it. That's been happening. That happens all the time. But it's always covered up. It's just magnified right now because everybody's looking. This ain't the first time they've sniped the woman and child. Yeah, it's not unusual. Okay, or kidnap a little boy because they say it might have been throwing rocks. Okay,
yeah,
so it's not unusual. It's just magnified. So this happened to the Palestinians. This happens all the time. They try to make it uncomfortable for them to be there. The thing is, they have no place to go.
literally they destroyed half of the Gaza Strip, more than half.
They're yeah, they're I went over this like 2 months ago. There's only three ways out for them, right?
Yep.
And they're trying to put pressure on the Arabs to take these people. So
Yeah,
that's
and
not
that's
going to go
not
away.
working.
Well, it's not going to go away. We'll see. You never know, man. Um, The last 3 years, man, I've been stunned about stuff that has happened. Okay, like I said, even down to COVID, man, I'm stunned that stuff like this is allowed to happen because normally the adults in the room would
Yeah,
not
they,
allow this kind of stuff to happen. But I don't know.
So, question for you, Mr. BGS.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the political tensions with the Arabs and the prospect of taking in the Palestinians.
Mm-hmm.
You think that the administration would be able to pull off some deal in order to make that happen?
Not without a big check. Because if I were them, I wouldn't take it unless I'd have a,
pay for it. Yeah.
I'd have a deal that I couldn't refuse. You make me an offer I can't refuse. Because if you take them, it's not just going to end with you taking them in and you getting
Oh
some
yeah,
kind of relief. This is going to be an ongoing thing. And as long as the Palestinians are right next door, then there's always going to be some kind of strife. Do you want that for the next, 50 years? If you take them in, you're going to have this. This is going to be a problem.
exactly.
Yeah, I'll
Because
get
that's kind of what Jordan's going through right now. Because they took in so many of them, and it's had a destabilizing effect on their
Yeah.
politics. So I
on,
know that
on the
they
on the politics, on the way that Israel conducts business with them, all kinds of stuff. It's not going to go away.
all you gotta do is look at the immigration problem here. Look at the problems it's causing in Chicago and
Well,
California.
California is a 40% Latino, 45% Latino state anyway. So
I mean New York, I'm sorry.
New York, well, yeah, because those people didn't have a base, and so they took money that was supposed to be allocated to actually house your own people to house immigrants coming over to, coming from someplace else. That's not going to go over very well, especially the black people, especially the black women.
Nope. In fact, I've seen multiple videos out of Chicago. They're now asking Trump to come to Chicago and help them.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's one way to shooting yourself in the foot. But I know I know what your outlook is. Okay. I know what they want, but now you have states that are, like you don't have the money to actually um, accept all these people in. I know what they want, but the thing is, it can't be done. It's like you have states like Texas rebelling against it. Yeah, come pick them up.
Yep.
Find federal orders because it's getting out of hand. So, a lot of this stuff, man, is getting out of hand. And they have an agenda that they want to, push, but the thing is, sometimes that agenda can't be pushed. Even Trump knew that. As
Yep.
hard-headed as Trump was, even though there's some things you can't push, that you have to back
Yeah,
off.
that's one thing you had to get Trump. He knew when to back down.
Yeah, he kind of did.
Because there's some stuff he was trying to push I didn't agree with, and after enough pressure, he backed down.
Yeah, but like I said, we're in uncharted territory, so um, I wish there were more adults in the room to actually kind of mitigate this, but evidently people want um, they're
Well,
so wedded to their
unfortunately,
agenda that they're not going
a
to.
few months ago that
What?
they may have kicked all the adults out, the real adults out of the room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, I don't feel that expertise is there in terms of government anymore. I feel like
Either they're not there or they've passed away. I'm not sure if they'd be doing all this if
Well, he did what he could
it's,
for him before he died.
so not just Kissinger, Powell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't think if Powell was still alive, he would be pushing Biden in the direction they've been going.
No, well, they didn't listen to Powell when he was actually Secretary of
No.
Defense. Yeah, they didn't listen to him then.
Yeah, because he told them, "Don't stay in Iraq too long." How long did we stay? 20 years.
He tried to tell them not to go, but they didn't listen.
Oh well.
Yeah, we're still in Iraq. What are you talking about? Stay in Iraq. We're still there. We haven't left. Afghan.
Oh,
We just left. We
he's
just
like
left Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We left Afghanistan, because they were planning on doing what we're doing now.
Mm. Well, we'll see what the Supreme Court says. in a
Yeah,
little bit.
we'll see how the Supreme Court actually is, and see how they're going to rule. But don't, like I said, keep your mind open. Don't be shocked at what comes back.
Okay.
What's that saying? I pray you live in interesting times or something like that.
Blessed and the
Yeah.
curse. Yeah, you are there.
It's gonna be a rocky road. And we haven't even got to 2024 yet. That's the funny part.
Yeah, now, Craig, you missed the McRib talk. McRib, they left town like a week ago.
How long you think BB gonna stay in?
Ooh, I
Now,
think
from what, from what I've heard,
long enough to long if they approve of this agenda, he'll be there long enough to actually finish this. After that, he's probably gone.
now from what I've heard, Biden has given him to the end of the year to stop the war.
Man.
End of the year, you talking about 2 weeks?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm not holding. Don't get me wrong. I'm not holding my breath, but that's what they're claiming.
Why are they blaming Biden? Congress could stop it if they wanted to. Congress could not approve the money that's going over there in the artillery and weapons going over there.
From what I heard, that as it stands right now, the House is not going to approve any more Ukraine funding.
Well, yeah, but it's Ukraine. Ukraine's gone. It's pretty much over. But I'm talking about in the Middle East.
Yeah.
But really all they're doing in Ukraine is just basically feeding Ukrainian men to the mill. That's all they're doing right now.
Yep.
And there's not if every day that goes by, there's less chance that Ukraine can actually rebuild itself. Okay, if Russia really wanted to flatten that country, they could have done it already. They didn't.
Right.
So because and when I've heard this, when you hear opposing soldiers feel sorry for the soldiers that are actually dying on the other side. Okay.
Man, ooh, is that bad? Ooh.
That bad, yeah. They said
Ooh,
they have a lot of soldiers, Russian soldiers, thrown up because of the tactics that the Ukrainians are using. Because it's just senseless.
I mean, you got kids and like 40 and 50-year-old men, and
No, you got 70-year-old men. Hell, you got they found pregnant women as soldiers.
what?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. They live one. I think it was a couple of months ago, where the army bugged out and there was a pregnant woman that was left there, right? And she was surrounded. She said, "Don't shoot me, I'm pregnant." She came out.
Wow.
And now Zelensky's trying to recruit anybody. I'm like, okay. And from what I've heard, he's not too popular back home, and I can imagine. Gee, I wonder why.
Well, they they were already in it.
That's the deal he made with the devil.
Yeah, well, they're already in it, so they have to finish it, and Russia's not listening anymore. So
Yeah.
That part.
and he's lucky he has the capital.
Yeah.
Does it really? Because I've heard I can't remember I think it's Klitschko that's the mayor of Kyiv. Zelensky's on his shit list.
Yeah, he probably is.
He's on a lot of people's shit list right now.
Yeah,
And I'm not just talking about U.S. officials. I'm talking about Ukrainian officials.
Yeah. Basically, if Russia really wanted to commit war crimes, Kyiv would be a crater.
Yep.
Yeah.
People keep saying, "Well, no, we can fight them." You're talking about a freaking superpower, okay, a nuclear superpower at that, and they don't even have to use nuclear weapons to crater Ukraine, crater Kyiv if they want to take it.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, honestly, once you start having to construct elders and teenagers, like you already lost. Like you are
Yeah.
in the death throes. Like you're just throwing anybody who can. And I'll be honest, man. Like pulling, getting numbers is one thing, but most people haven't been shot at. Most people don't have the discipline to hold a formation. Most people don't have that type of uh, integrity that's required to wage war. And honestly, they shouldn't. That's one thing I think you have to be a special kind of person to go through that and
No, you do
have
not.
an enjoyment for that.
Well, you're not going to enjoy it. But the thing is that people can be conditioned to fight a war. They've been doing it for like, was it like 4 or 5 thousand years? You can condition people to go to war.
Yeah, you can train people and you can give them that, but you're not gonna pull somebody off the street and give them a gun and have them do that. Is what I'm
No,
getting at.
well, no, not effectively. No, not against trained soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, not with 2 weeks of training. Nope, it's not going to happen. But they need numbers. Okay, they need to, they need to have bodies for Russians to shoot at.
Oh boy.
That's
So,
cold,
Makes
man.
you wonder
well, it is what it is.
what the history books are gonna say about this.
It's not gonna be pretty or kind. It's not gonna be, the nickname that they're using for Joe Biden anyway, right? Don't say it, but you know what? You've heard it.
Oh, G Joe.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold up.
I agree with that sentiment, but
No, that right there, if the Republicans really wanted to be nasty as far as running against him, okay, they just use that nickname, and that's gonna bring all kind of negative connotations toward him because a lot of people feel that way.
Hold up. What they be calling them?
We're not gonna say it on his channel.
Okay.
You hear it.
let's just say there's a reason why the Arab community. Just look up what the Arab community is saying about Joe in this
Yeah,
country.
and
You'll get the idea.
a lot of liberals are saying the same thing.
Mhm.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's why I get on the butthurt blues. I'm not talking about the real progressives because they act, quite frankly, they sound worse than I do.
Yeah. Remember when it first got started that I wanted to see how far they would go.
Yeah,
And they probably haven't gone as far as they would like to, you know, uh, which is all out, which is bad press. But okay, they're trapped. What are they gonna do? They got two choices now: to back off or do what they're doing now.
yeah. Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, and support the show. BGS tax is in effect.
So what else you got on the template? Well, basically, that's what I said as far as Colorado and the ballots and stuff like that. But also that'll also um, if they do it to Trump, then they can do it to people like Kennedy and a few others that are running independent, keep them off the ballot.
Yeah. They already did that to a degree in Florida. They're not even going to have a primary. They just put Joe Biden on the ballot.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I was like, okay, you're going to go down this road. I just didn't say anything because I'm not surprised. I looked at the crap they did with Bernie. I'm like, okay, you're going to play the
Yeah.
game again.
Well,
You're
yeah.
going to play the game again. All right.
Well, you guys really expected a confirmed socialist to be elected in the United States? Really? The closest you ever got was FDR, and he was a
Yeah.
reluctant socialist. So if you have a better answer,
Yeah.
sir, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm not surprised. I'm surprised how blatant it is. That's the only thing that kind of surprises me. It's just full mask off. Normally, at least when I've seen these type of things thus far in my life, they give themselves some type of cover, some type of plausible deniability, no matter how thin. I was just like, you know what, forget it.
What choice do they have?
Yeah, man.
Hmm?
You're right.
And
As,
all the polls, what is it? The poll says he's lapping Joe.
Oh, yeah, like Joe's approval is like
Is it
33, 34, something like that.
is it that high? I thought it was in the
It,
no,
20s.
it's dropping.
I thought it was in the 20s. It was in. I thought it was in the
no,
20s.
Oh, am I late?
his,
Oh, I might be late.
his approval is so bad, it's actually worse than Carter's.
I remember that. I remember hearing that.
You would know. You would know. I wasn't born, but apparently his approval is worse than Carter's.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, under similar conditions too, because yeah, it's kind of hard to be president and you have 20% interest rates. You know,
Ooh,
Yeah.
and credit card was just below what do they call that? Uh, call that when credit is too high. What do they call it? There's a word for it. Um, and
uh,
there's a name for it when it's illegal, when interest rates get too high. I forget what they call it, but yeah, credit cards were at 32%, almost 33%, but it was just shy of 33% as far as credit card interest rates, and it was
ooh,
under Carter.
man,
Yeah,
man,
hell,
oh, man.
hell, your treasury bonds you had 20% interest, paying 20% interest as treasury bond. I bought my car in 1980 under Carter, right? I was paying 21.5% interest on my car.
Damn.
Yeah.
We wanted
Hold on, you
1980.
said 21?
Yeah.
Yikes.
My chest right there, man.
Hmm?
I said that hurt my chest right there, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you thought the boomers had it easy, huh? Okay.
I never said that for the record.
Yeah, usury. Yeah, usury. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I never said that for the record.
Yeah. Yeah. That Tyrone came up with it. Yeah, usury. That's why they wouldn't let it go over 33% because that would have gone into usury. And those are credit cards. Normally, even the mafia was shaking their heads. They said we wouldn't even charge them that much interest. Okay.
Damn. Now you know it. Now you know you charging too much interest when the mafia comes out and says, "What are y'all doing?"
You
That's
headed
pretty
that way.
bad. That's pretty bad.
What is credit card interest rates now? What 21%?
Oh,
Yeah.
they 30 easy.
I thought it was 21. Okay, maybe I'm mistaken.
You find that's on the lower end. Shoot, like most of them are variable rates. So like I know my most highest limit cars when I got them they were about 15, but they've
Hmm.
gone up to about 21. But most new card offers that I see in the mail, they talking about like 29.99. Like man,
Yeah,
God.
and that's the 1970s all over again. So in other words, I've been trying to say that we've been in austerity for a long time. Now we're hitting its peak. So
Mhm.
basically, you have basically what you have right now is Biden playing Jimmy Carter's role.
Was Carter this bad?
Hmm?
Was Carter this bad, man?
You were under austerity measures because he was actually handed this because the dollar failed in 1971. We went off the gold standard, and your dollar wasn't worth anything. Why do you think you had two oil embargoes during the 70s? Because you couldn't pay your debts. You couldn't, the dollar wasn't worth anything. So they had to physically bring the dollar back into line. Okay, and um, Carter sacrificed his presidency to do it because when Reagan came in, basically what he did was when he broke the unions in two, what he did was took I think the Social Security trust fund had like $4.5 trillion. He
Mhm.
used that as pledge against the as to actually balance the budget and as a pledge against the dollar, and that's what brought the interest rates down.
Mm. And that's why he had a big red map the next time.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. There's some things that had to be done. Okay, he did what had to be done, but the thing is that why do you think that? Why do you think some of the people are actually calling for Volcker to come? Well, he's dead now, but think somebody like Volcker to come back. Y'all need to go back
That
and
wouldn't be
study
a
that.
bad idea.
Yeah, I need to go back and study the time period that Volcker was actually in, and study because we're not used to it. The other countries, look at Argentina. What they go through when they go through austerity.
Mm.
See, that's when. If you want to see what bottom is, better you go look at what went on in Argentina in the 90s.
Oh, I know.
Huh?
Oh, I know a little bit.
You know a little bit. That's the bottom, sir. Is that where you want to be?
No.
Man, I just. Ooh.
And they'd be pretty much close to there if it wasn't for the BRICS, but they need to counterbalance the BRICS. So I'm sure Argentina got a sweet offer. And I think they're going to start using the dollar instead of the peso. That's what I'm hearing.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Ecuador already uses the dollar instead of their I forget what they used to call their monetary thing. There's a few countries that have it right. Like Guatemala has it right because they get so many remesas. Their currency has never moved in like 15 years. It's been stable, rock solid, because they got so many dollars
Thank
coming
you,
into the
Audrey,
country.
yeah, thank you, Audrey, for the cash app. Yeah, like I said, we live in interesting times. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting what they're gonna do next to try to keep Trump from getting on getting in office.
Well, I didn't think he had the guts to do it. But the thing is, knowing what was going to happen, but I guess he does. I guess he got Trump has a very high tolerance for pain. Okay, so
You ain't lying. As much as that man has been sued, you can't not
look at
tolerance for pain.
they suing Giuliani out of existence, man. Good grief.
I know. What they charge him, like he has to pay like what $100 million.
$140 million. Yeah, damages.
Damn.
Yeah. So they
I'm
taking
sorry.
off. They're taking off the gloves.
I had to clip this. I'm sorry. I had to clip it.
Presence here today. Life's tough. Get a helmet, man.
Yeah. That's the only things you ever said. And I said, you know what? I said, you know what, bitch? Normally I can't stand you, but you know what? That is classic. That's why I got that, man. See that is classic, man.
Look, say what you want about Candace. You cannot deny that woman's ovaries. I'm sorry.
She got them.
You cannot deny that woman's ovaries.
They made a steal. That is for sure.
Especially after I tell you what made me really respect her is when she went to old girl's house.
Oh, you talking about the BLM lady, Patrice Cullors.
Mm-hmm.
She went to her house pregnant and had that woman shook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the priest got scared. Why she's talking to me? Oh my gosh! I'm like, okay, you're scared of a pregnant woman sitting there in front of your house.
You can't cry there. Go out and talk to the woman. Yeah. And she didn't think Candace would pull up.
Candace pulled up with her stomach hanging out. I was like, man, I can't. I was like, man, this is what keeps you going.
That's what I heard about Candace in high school. Candace will pull up.
I can't knock that, man. She pulled up pregnant. They're like, woo.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, you got to remember, Candace got to deal with all them white dudes. Some of them white dudes have come for her and failed. So, do not underestimate Candace. Candace should never be underestimated. You don't have to like everything she says, but do not underestimate her.
No, she ain't no pushover. I can definitely say that. Like, she got a little fire in her. You can definitely tell.
What's going on, Neymar?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's going on, bro?
Hey, Betty, you.
What's going on, bro? Nah, we just getting started, man.
Okay, I thought I was.
If I wasn't here, I wouldn't even say that. They sat about half over. Why is it always I'm here? We're hour in. Well, no, we just getting started.
Of course. What you
DJ? I'm not sure.
Y'all ain't shit.
Well, I never claimed that was shit, but why you
No,
gotta
we
make
can
it sound
say
like it's always
hey,
about you?
hey,
Hashtag BGS butt.
BGS butt, yeah.
But BGS.
Oh yeah.
But BGS.
I know. That's right, but okay, give me your butt. What
But
is your
BGS,
butt?
what about this? What BGS, what is?
There's always a butt.
However, then again, sometimes they gotta, mix it up. I see what you mean.
But
On the other hand,
in other words, but translation.
Well, unfortunately, we gotta stop saying the word "but." Some of us, are absolute butt men.
Yeah,
So you get open it from Mr.
Namer. I enjoyed the movie reviews behind the wall.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I will say this though. Regarding
mine or whose?
Yours.
Oh.
Okay.
Go ahead. Namer.
Regarding Candace, she knows what to do to push certain buttons. Like BGS has mentioned, this woman's a shock jock. She's an antagonist. She does things like this. The best way to deal with a woman like this is not to engage her because she is a troll by nature. So all you got to do is debunk and move on. She thrives on attention. She's like, I mean, take a look at what's her face? Little 5 whatever blondie who was saying, make a plan.
Tommy Lauren?
Yep.
Oh,
because remember, she's a fire starter. She's a little firecracker. Does stuff like that.
Yeah, but she didn't know. You got to know who to pick on if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And she didn't.
I'd forgotten about her.
Yeah, I started laughing at her because I knew what was gonna happen.
She started messing up.
She picked the wrong one, huh?
Yeah, she's talking about the getting talk about the people at the top. She ain't talking about the people at the bottom. She talking about these high value white men, elite white men, are not marrying because they're actually going for these young tarts. That she felt some kind of way. So just because you age out doesn't mean you can run your mouth. Okay. And she did. They got on her instantly. Even the older women got on her. Oh no, you out of line.
Matter of fact, she said something. It was like maybe 2-3 weeks.
Yep.
It was 3 or 4 days, more like it. And I remember Kevin giving the blow by blow, the breakdown of the apology when she had to rock it back. The thing about her is like her being that tiny, considering the whole foot and the mouth disease, she looked like an infant, stuck on the toe with some shit like that.
No, you don't get it. You're not getting it. Okay, she's a political animal. Okay. She tried to marry be a political wife. It didn't work out. Okay, because he didn't get elected. And as soon as he didn't get elected, guess what? They broke up. Okay, now
she went off on social media.
She's advocating for women like her not getting picked because people like Donald Trump and other folks like they're picking others, either foreigners or Latins or something like that. They're not picking the white red women that they used to pick. She felt some kind of way about it. Okay, but she overstayed rounds.
Oh, okay.
She ran her
mouth. She got mad because Daddy wasn't picking the snow bunny, huh? Okay.
In other words, snow bunnies weren't in flavor. As far as the Washington consensus, because you have to. The pool of political wives is normally white people, right? But Willie since Trump, that's what she was calling them, Tatianas, right? In other words, Western immigrants, okay, that look better, younger, and more cooperative, and they weren't getting picked, so she ran her mouth. Okay. She tried to put a black girl on. Said you ain't a black girl, okay?
Hence that said the foot and mouth disease. She just blurted out and everything because she was that frustrated.
Yeah,
and she was rolling down the hill.
Oh, so she effed around and found out, huh?
She fucked around and found out. Yes, she did.
Yeah. Fafo, as they say.
I was wondering what happened. I was wondering what happened, Erica. I totally forgotten that name, to be honest with you.
I was laughing because I said as soon as she said it, okay, won't be long.
But what you said earlier regarding, Candace, because she showed up at what's her face's place, pregnant and
Mm-hmm.
all. Think
Mm-hmm.
about that. A pregnant woman is there. You can't do anything to her. You can't lash at her. You can't do anything because she could fake. She can go into contractions or some shit like that. That baby's kind of like a ploy.
Mm-hmm.
The fetus is more like a ploy when you think about it.
Should have done it anyway, pregnant
Yeah,
or
Yeah,
not.
true.
yeah, that's just kind of
Yeah,
what Candace is. But
that's who she is.
Yeah. She's smirky. She's like obnoxious. I don't know why
Mhm.
we don't just refer to her as Mrs. Farmer because that is her husband's last name.
oh, okay,
And
Because his name is not as famous as hers.
yeah,
that's true.
it is what it is. What it is.
What it was.
I watched I watched an interview with her and Mark Lamoy's Hill, and she held her own.
Yeah. Oh, she went to Rhode Island. She's an Ivy Leaguer. She's not stupid.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
She's an
She
Ivy
didn't
Leaguer.
graduate, did she?
Yes.
Or she did she? Did she?
That makes sense. That would make sense
Okay.
because she did hold her own against Mark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's been elite since she was in high school. She went to school with these people.
Mm-hmm. Well
Okay,
versed, well
that makes
thought.
sense.
Yeah. She an Ivy Leaguer. What do one thing you can say about her is she's not stupid. Okay. She's
Right,
not.
No.
that's stupid.
And she does read and she does research. Okay. She's snarky. If she tells a lie, it's well placed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Well placed. She does a lot of straw manning, I remember.
Yeah.
Because I remember was it one YouTuber, he broke down her video regarding George Floyd and everything. He was able to prove the whole straw manning and
Mm-hmm.
everything. How she was just being
Mm-hmm.
dishonest and everything. So it comes as no surprise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. She knows what she's doing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
she's been well trained. So I mean, you can dislike her. Is she a coonstress? Sure, but think she's a good one.
yeah, of course, a good one.
Yeah, just
And,
like
and what you say, BGS? If you're gonna be a cool, make some money.
yeah. Oh yeah. That's what the Breakfast Club found out about Larry Elder. Okay, you thought you messing with somebody that doesn't know what he's doing.
The man is 70 years old and been in this business, like you said, 40 years, and he don't care. And then talking about him getting a wake up call. No, he ain't getting a wake up call because
In the
he's
wake
been
up call,
smart enough to know.
He gave good. He gave them a wake up call. Like, oh, what? He's like, hold on, wait a minute. You let Joe Biden define your language, and you coming to me?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like, damn,
The mouths dropped
damn.
open. Yeah. See, you think you guys are in here with rookies just because you're in the Breakfast Club and they give you a platform. No, these people are above your level. These people are above
Yep.
your pay grade.
They're got entertainment, first of all. That's the thing about those three.
Yeah.
Especially, well, especially
I don't even watch them, to be honest with you. I just catch
Watch
the
clips.
the clips.
I,
I'll
I
tell you the
gotta say,
last time I saw. Yeah, I'll tell you the last time I watched them, the Breakfast Club, and man, I regret watching that for one
Yeah,
reason only. Nipsey Hussle's father was on it because they were talking about the civil war in Ethiopia, and he came on. And when you're dealing with the elders of your own ethnicity, I was like, leave him be. I'm just going just change the clip because I ain't got time for this.
yep.
Because especially when they were fucking up his name. They kept mispronouncing his pastor's name.
oh no.
Yeah.
I can tell you what it is.
Yeah. Name
Oh,
is just
sorry.
a minute. 40 watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the cash app. Support the show. Continue, name
I
it.
remember it was like they were.
BGS tax in effect.
All right, hang on, forgot. Yeah, that's like number 19. Sorry, I forgot to hit the like when I came in. Keep forgetting to do that. And they were like, mispronouncing his name and such, and it's spelled Dawit. Dawit. I think the man should have just let him know, like, first of all, my name is Dawit, and that's our way of saying David, where we come from.
Just a minute. Just a minute, neighbor. Don't nobody say shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody's favorite mother trucker. Good old
Everybody's
A.L.
favorite,
Evans.
everybody's favorite rootin' tootin'. What's going on,
Rootin'
AL?
tootin' bad mother trucker.
What's good? What's good? What's good? How you do? Hello. I just got it on through the grapevine. Oh, your boy's ass is great. Colorado say they is not going to put his ass on the ballot. This is about to start the little steam snowball roll all the way from California. One down. Let's see how many more Democratic states to go. You get more Democratic states than you get Republicans, he ain't gonna be able to get nominated. Not nothing. He's done. Hate to say it. I kind of wanted him to run too, but yeah, they putting this pressure on his ass now. I don't know what you gonna do, baby. The president want to be elected in a tough vice grip.
Well, you'll see what's going to happen, man.
Well, he knew this was gonna happen. So if he didn't, shame on him. But
Yeah,
he knew what he was up against if he ran. They told him. They
yeah.
told
I
him what was
believe,
gonna
I
happen if
believe
he
that they
ran.
told him that
They
I
told
guess he's trying to
Oh
kill
yeah,
him.
the Republicans told him you know, this is just my reading of it. I have no proof, so y'all don't come after me about this shit. Okay, got no proof, right? I'm sure right
Okay.
after that impeachment trial where they cut that deal, okay, I'm sure
Mhm.
they got him and say, hey, if we do this, okay, you can never run again, right? And Donald was gonna say, yeah, I understand, okay, like
Yeah, I understand.
like AL says, Don Cheeto, okay,
What you say, boss? Don Cheeto got to comply. I comply. I
I
comply. I
comply.
don't want no jail time. I'm too fat in the ass to
The
do that.
interesting thing is though, I was listening to Frank Luntz, and Frank Luntz pretty much said that the more indictments they put against him, the more popular he gets.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
Making him a martyr.
you know what? This kind of reminds me of GameStop, man. We'll start
Oh,
calling
that's just messed up.
yeah,
That's just dog.
we gonna start calling the GameStop fiasco, right?
Yeah, because GameStop was in the
eToro.
The more they went after those investors, the worse they got, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
GameStop.
Yeah.
Now GameStop might go down now, but shoot, I remember that they were downplaying GameStop, then all the investors came in and shot it up.
And then they insulted the investors, and then and that's when they got their backs up. They got the public, involved in it, and more people started investing in it and driving it just to send a message. So,
Yeah,
we'll see.
It was so
Yeah,
funny
eToro
that
got shut down. They stopped trading for a period
Y-
as a
Yeah,
result.
yeah.
the shit was so funny. BGS they made a movie out of it.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, in fact, I got to review that movie. And they had people that actually wanted to actually go back through it. It's
Oh,
funny.
you gonna love it. That movie. I loved every bit of that movie. That movie there killed me.
hmm
I was laughing. I said, I wonder how long they're gonna let them get away with this. But hell, they wrote it. They wrote it till the wheels fell off. So, and the SEC had to step in.
yeah. Well,
哦，
'Cause
it
at the
is
end of
what
the
it is.
day, the SEC say you ain't gonna get your money. You ain't gonna get your money. If the
Yeah.
FTC, Federal Trade Commission, say you ain't gonna get your money, you ain't gonna get your money. So they settled. I knew they were. The thing is, I think they were trying to teach Wall Street a lesson about this online trading.
I'm sorry, which government agency was it? FTC?
The Federal Trade Commission and the Securities and Exchange Commission, right? They
SEC.
control
Yeah.
the SEC. And if they say
Yeah,
you
I'm
ain't gonna
familiar with the layer.
yeah, so if they say you ain't gonna get your money, you ain't gonna get your money. So
Right.
eventually,
Fair enough.
once they stepped in, basically everybody out of the pool. Okay,
Understood.
yeah,
I was a little confused when you said FTC. I was thinking, doesn't it mean SEC? But yeah, fair enough, sir. I
okay.
learned
No, he
something too
The
today.
the Federal
Con-
Trade Commission runs trades, and what is stock? They're trades. Okay,
Fair enough.
yes,
Like I said, I was confused. I own up to it.
yeah. So they got they came in the room and said because now they're not going to allow the whole system to collapse because
Mhm.
some two parties couldn't agree and come to a settlement. So
Right.
stepped in.
Uh,
Haven't heard of it since.
Yeah.
Now go back to the
Um.
Colorado thing. As far
Mhm.
as I'm concerned, these other states can try if they want to. If you want to piss off your voters like that, go right ahead. We don't see what's going to happen.
Don't be shocked, man. Do not be shocked because
I will not be shocked. Unfortunately, I can't be shocked now. Colorado's doing it, and the California's talking. I'm like, okay, y'all want to go down this road?
they're willing to go to the mat with this one because this is not about the voters. It's about how the system is run, and because every other president has complied with this. And since he's going to be a maverick, he's going to be a maverick against this. If you let him do it, then basically there is no more threat. Okay, so there is no more control. There's
So they got to make it now.
voting is just voting. I was trying to tell certain entities, voting is just one part of this. Voting is just one part of this. There's other controls. Just like in the Matrix, there's controls. Okay, outside of what you think it is. If we just buy off a congressman or well, not buy off, but put somebody in place so for certain things, yeah, we can get certain things done up to a point.
Yep.
Up to a point, because trust and believe, if it goes against what the managers think should be done, guess what? You'll be surprised what can happen. Okay. That's
why y'all think AOC got in line?
Yeah. Oh yeah. AOC hasn't said a word. Hasn't said a word. Now
she hasn't.
She's a progressive. What has she said?
She went from progressive to regressive.
I
made it funny.
I don't call them limousine liberals for nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I see why you call them limousine liberals now.
I saw this back in '94 with KPFK, because KPFK was a radical, highly radical left organization, right? It had like 10 radio stations across the country, right? Highly radical, highly left, Marxist, leftist, feminist, all that kind of stuff, right? Way left. Okay. When Congress cracked down on them in '94, they switched up. I said, okay, I get it now. Because LA had the biggest station, had the biggest lefty station, right? And probably in the whole country, the biggest lefty station. I saw them back off. I saw them wipe out whole panels of black people, right, that had been there for years, and replace them. Amy Goodman. Why do you think Amy Goodman popped up? She came through that wave. She's a limousine liberal. So when you listen to her, you got to remember. Okay.
Same with Dr. West.
Huh? Oh. He's a favorite of them. Okay. Yeah. That's why I call him the Black Bernie Sanders. But he doesn't have
Bernie Sanders. Okay.
He doesn't have the right paint job. That's all.
Hey, speaking of politics and the Republican debate, what you boys think about what you call it, Taliban? I mean, red dot in the middle of his head, cussing out Van Jones, tell him shut the fuck up. That was hilarious in my book.
I'm not surprised. Tell me, what's his name? What's his name? Shwama, whatever his name.
Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy.
Judge Dre's homeboy from Cleveland.
Number one, how did he get? What qualifies him to be involved in this?
He got a lot of money.
That has nothing to do with it. There's tons of more people that way more money than him. They're not involved.
Hey, but he make the world.
But I tell you one thing, he done took his gloves off, and he's showing these goddamn Anglo-Saxon Caucasian Republicans that he mean bitch. He got a whole lot of cheers for that, and a many standing ovation. They love it. They read the writing on the wall right now. They got to find them a better horse because Donald's out.
Because you have people you have billionaires like Bloomberg can buy and sell him all day. Well, he ain't got that much money.
The weird thing about this guy is first of all, he's a Tamil-speaking Brahmin Hindu and a vegetarian. So I'm wondering how certain segments of certain segments of society are going to be warming to him.
Has he been in politics before?
I don't think so.
No, he hasn't. He's only been he's founded and headed a few pharmaceutical companies.
Correct.
Yeah, he's more of a business guy.
So what qualified? Has he ever run for anything before?
None.
He running for president now. That's only it.
No. That's the words mean something. Has he run for something before?
Oh, no.
Not to
No,
my
he
knowledge.
No.
hasn't.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge.
But he's running for president. We forgot about the word before.
Mhm.
Wait a minute, I
To my
wasn't
knowledge, he
disputing
hasn't run for
anything.
any
What?
public
I'm
office.
confused.
Hold on. Wait. To be fair, I did see an interview of his. He said he ran for student body president back in high school.
Well, so this is just the next level student body president. Okay. Did he win?
He
Mm.
didn't say that part.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Nay, as they say in
What
Hindu. Go back.
out of all the people on that stage, why is he on that stage? What qualifies him to be on that stage with those other people?
Mm.
Nothing. I think he's just there to
All
be a
those other
disruptor.
people, are actually governors. Okay,
That's true.
that the
Mhm.
office holders. Okay, what has he done? Why is he there? If Trump at least ran for president like 4 times, okay, before he actually made it. What qualifies this guy?
Nothing.
I don't
Last
have
time
an
I
answer
checked.
for you.
Seems like somebody put him in there
Absolutely
just to
nothing,
be a
bro.
distraction or
I'll
something
be
like
the
that.
pick. I'll give you the answer you
Go
want.
ahead.
Nothing.
Nothing. He's funny, you know. He's a bomb thrower. He can afford to be because he's really got nothing to lose. He's not going to get elected. But
Mhm.
Nope.
one thing is why do they keep inviting him back to all these debates? Because he's entertaining. Is that it?
Yeah.
That's why I don't take him seriously. We say, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Fair point. You know, fair enough. I mean, like I said, he's just there just to antagonize and defend. One person he really likes to antagonize is Nikki Haley.
Yeah, because she's a fellow.
Oh, the hatred between them is deep. But I
Yeah.
can tell you who she probably have a worser animosity with.
No, Kamala.
Bobby Jindal.
Oh, okay. So it's a
What is
class.
under Bobby Jindal?
It's a class thing.
Let me explain. I can explain easily.
Okay.
First of all right, Indians, they have a great animosity towards one another based on religion, region, and mother tongue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, first of all, both Haley and Jindal are converts to Christianity. A lot of people don't know this. Jindal, whose actual birth name is Piyush, converted to Catholicism when he was in high school. Haley, she converted to Methodist Christianity, which she married her husband. Now, both of them, their families are originally from the Punjab region.
Mm-hmm.
Jindal's family are Hindus. Her family are Sikhs. Sikhs and Hindus, they have that greater animosity towards one another because Sikhs were being persecuted by Hindus, sir.
Oh, she's a Sikh. Okay.
Her family is Sikh. She converted to.
No.
She converted to.
It don't matter what she converted to. She's a Sikh. Okay, that's also
A Sikh, yes.
ethnic.
Oh, yeah.
Classification.
Also, her maiden name is. Her full name is Nimarata Nikki Randhwana. Randhwana is her maiden name. Ramaswamy, however, he is from the south. He's from the south. He's from Kerala, the western half of southern India, adjacent to Tamil Nadu, and his family are Tamil-speaking Brahmin Hindus.
Okay.
The only people he probably has something in common with are Kamala Harris, but however, her family are from her mother's side of the family are Tamil Hindus, but they're from Tamil Nadu. Another person I could think of who's also families from Tamil Nadu would be the comedian Aziz Ansari. However, they're Tamil Muslims.
Yeah.
But it's very complex.
How do these East Indian minorities get to be governors in southern states?
In South Carolina, you do have quite a
I can tell you how he got governor in South Carolina.
In other words, basically, if you because I look up the demographics, right, they're less than 1%. How does a woman like that who's obviously not a parents are not native, okay, she's not white, okay, okay, she's definitely not black. How does she get to be governor in a
a lot of people? No, a lot of people thought she was white though, BGS.
That's what I was about to say. She talked. As you pointed out, she
does look like
Sarah Palin.
She does look like Sarah Palin.
because like
Yeah.
I'm originally from South Carolina, but when
Mm-hmm.
she ran,
Mm-hmm.
it came out. I guess like it became widely known by
Mm-hmm.
most folks after she won her first term that she had Indian heritage. Because even for me, I looked at her, I was like, okay, white chick. She look a
Okay.
little.
Yeah.
She look, it's like might be have a little Spanish or something in there, but whatever.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
how
that's
how,
the first
how do
thing
you
I thought too when I first
how
saw
do
the
you
white chick.
yeah, but would her opponents didn't point that out?
I don't know.
Only person who's ever brought up about that was Ramaswamy, where he made reference to her kids,
No, I know
and
what.
she knew exact. Oh,
Well, I'm
oh,
talking
sorry.
about when she was running for governor. Okay, nobody, her
No,
opponents didn't point that out.
Not that I
person.
recall in any debates. I do remember when she got elected and sworn in
Yeah.
that she herself did make mention of her heritage because it was like I think she was like the first female governor of Indian descent elected in the nation at that time.
Yeah. Okay,
First
she
And
female ever.
probably still is.
well,
First female that's in his South Carolina history. I think it's because of the last name. Because remember, she already married her husband, William Michael Haley,
Okay. All right.
and so
Let me get this straight. Okay. Your
Mm-hmm.
opponents know your background better than you do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if she's is not Native American, I mean, then she was born here. But the thing is, why didn't they point that out when she's running? Because you got to run at least a year and a half, 2 years. How come that's not like widely spread, especially during social media? Why was that not brought up? How does Bobby Jindal win in Louisiana in a racist state? How did that
Mm.
happen? You see
who
what
was
I'm
she
getting at?
running against? Well, my question was at the time
Mm-hmm.
when it
oh,
came to the Republican candidate, when it came to running to be for the Republican ticket, who was she
Mm-hmm.
running against? That's
Okay.
my question,
it,
first and foremost.
My question is, in the goddamn racist ass South, where a black person still can possibly get lynched, how does somebody that's not American, basically not American extraction, win in
Mhm.
a ass South?
Mm-hmm.
And not just one, but Bobby Jindal. How does freaking Bobby Jindal win in one of the most racist states in the country?
the
I
thing
think
about right wingers is for them. I'll just simply speak for the states I've lived in,
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina and Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't above identity politics. So as long as you think and conform to that same level of white supremacy, and you aren't a threat to that system, then to a certain extent, okay, I'm cool
Okay.
with you being in the
Well,
club.
well, then
I'm
you're not.
cool with you holding
Well,
office.
well, they're not racist then. Okay. I guess it is over.
yeah. Well, I guess when it comes to that, um,
Because you'll elect somebody's not even from here before you elect a
Mhm.
black person.
yeah. Now to your point, BGS, how did somebody get elected? I'm still trying to figure out how this knucklehead, I think he's from New York, George Santos got elected. With his stuff,
Ooh,
I'm
a
still
Oh,
lot of
I'm still
lying, a
like,
lot of fraud.
they didn't. People didn't look that closely into his background,
Yeah,
and they had a lot of help covering up his background too. That can happen,
seen
and
a
he slipped
moocher
he
and
slipped through.
mm,
That can happen. Didn't stay happening, but that can happen.
wow, okay.
Now I'm not
I'm like,
hating
'cause
on the girl.
all the stuff that came out about him, like, I'm like, what Democrat was running against him? They couldn't figure out this stuff.
Uh, I'm just, I'm looking at the whole picture. Okay, one get gender was an anomaly, right? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
now you have Nikki Haley as governor. Now she's running for president. Okay, what's going on?
Somebody trying to get the diversity vote or something like that, convincing certain segments of the South Asian community to vote for them, I guess.
Yeah, not only she female, okay, she's not white. Well, quote
Mhm.
unquote white. You're not American white. So what's going on?
Diversity pick.
Yeah,
That's my best guess.
and then
I'm about,
you have
That's what I said.
she's competing against another guy who's of Indian extraction. Okay, that's never held office.
mhm.
Why? And he's debating her on an even platform. Okay, what's going on?
Maybe 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 they
This stuff doesn't bother you guys?
No,
ma-
I'm not saying it
maybe
doesn't
they
bother me. I'm just questioning it like everybody else.
hold on, wait a minute, Namer.
But
Maybe they're letting Vivica one to be candidate power, to be the comic relief for the Republicans.
I mean, you been
I don't know.
out of all the
I, I,
millions of
I'm not in
Republicans.
their head, so I can't really tell you. I don't know what you want me to say. I can't really tell you.
I mean, is the game that slow?
I guess it is right now.
Because nobody else wants to run. I guess being president is not the best job in the world anymore. Okay, because nobody
Well,
wants
would
to
you
run.
want? Well, would you want to run that clusterfuck that is apparently happening right now? That's the other thing you might want to think about. Do you want to run that clusterfuck?
Yeah, out there. No Republican senators really running. What's going on?
wait, how old are most senators right now? Not to mention, most of them are beholden to their donate
Senior citizen
Donors?
age.
campaign contributors.
Yeah, they,
Where's Christie when we need that fat, morbidly obese bastard the most?
I think he was in. I think he was in a. I think he was
yeah,
had that in for a second.
yeah, he's running.
He's
Well, he
still there.
was running at least. I'm not sure if he dropped out or not. I didn't see the last
He's
debate.
still running.
Well,
He's
Yeah,
y'all
still
better
running.
start putting y'all money on him because he's the only sane, logical choice them goddamn Republicans got at this point.
Well, basically, if you look at what's going on in the other debates, okay, if Don Cheeto falls, it looks like it's going to be Haley by default.
yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that got all the backing.
Yeah. So there's something with it. I'm just trying to figure out what's the angle because it on its face it doesn't make sense. You know, and
Something's going
basically,
on.
and people are accepting their back. It's like just like they're normal, right? Okay, well, two Republicans of East Indian East Asian extraction, and they're running for president just like everybody else. Okay,
South Asian, but okay.
huh?
Okay,
No, India is
maybe this
considered.
is
Sorry.
wait a minute. Maybe
No,
this is their attempt to
yeah. To
have
us,
an Obama.
they're East Asians. Okay.
Mhm. Maybe
Okay.
this is their attempt to have an Obama type candidate.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious because there's something because one is fine, but you have two. I mean, when was the last time you've never seen two black people in a Republican Party on the stage at one time, right? But
No, you haven't.
you have two Indians on the stage at one time, and not just one debate.
Trust me, BGS. Them Anglo-Saxons gonna come to the rescue, do their part. Never in the history of Anglo-Saxon Islam have they ever decided to go against not having an Anglo-Saxon as their president. They're not gonna tolerate that shit.
Maybe they're in
When
more
the
trouble.
rubber meets the road at these primaries, they ain't gonna be around fighting.
Or maybe
I would agree with you normally, but the thing is, these are interesting times, sir.
maybe white supremacy is in more trouble than we thought.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lewis, for the Cash App. 45 watching, like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App and support the show.
The way I look at it is like this.
Mm-hmm.
If you're familiar with the plantation,
Mm-hmm.
all the overseers weren't white men. A lot of times they would pull a black person into that role, a fellow enslaved black person. So white supremacy and what we see going on with like Vivek and Nikki and all of them with their ethnic backgrounds, honestly, I really see it falling more in line with that model. With you know what,
Well,
the flavor of the day is diversity. They are not above engaging in identity politics themselves, and it's been actually shown. Like some people, it's a small fraction of that vote, but when you're talking about low vote totals, Like, in
Mhm.
particular, like the margins that the presidential election was won, it was less than 100,000 votes.
Mhm.
Like, hey, stealing away some of the folks that who are fiercely pro woman or fiercely pro whatever. Like, it does make a difference in the long run.
Nah,
And
no, they don't have enough people to make that big a difference, man. Not even close. Okay. You'd be better off running a Latino female.
well, this is the thing.
Oh,
The
okay.
people, no, this just hear me out. This is the only thing I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
The Republicans are just like the Democrats in this regard. Whoever you put in there, and you put R next to their name,
Mm-hmm.
95% of whoever is a Republican is gonna vote for them.
Well, that's true. But the thing is, that's not what I'm saying. It could very well be. The thing is, why are there two of them on the stage at the same time?
Well, one of them bought and spent their money.
No, they don't work that way. This is strategic. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he ain't got that much money. He doesn't have that much money. Okay,
Hey,
Somebody's
whatever you
backing
got,
him, you
you
think?
spend it.
I don't care how much he spends. You cannot buy your way onto that stage. Okay,
No.
unless you're invited. You have to be invited.
Yeah.
So the thing is, what's going on? Why him? Why are these two people? That's what I'm wondering. That's why I don't do domestic politics anymore, because people just accept, oh, they're just racist and this is the way it rolls. No, there's a reason behind this.
No.
Not 'cause with the debates, and granted, I don't know if this is the case for the Republicans, but I do know this was the regulations for the Democrats. It
Mm-hmm.
was supposed to be if they were at it was either 10 or 15% in polling,
Mm-hmm.
they would get invited. And it was X number of individual donations as well that could qualify them to get invited. So when I'm saying he spent his money, like he just spent money advertising for himself basically to get on stage. Not that he actually dropped like $1 billion down, like, hey, let me go.
All right, if you guys want to believe that, go ahead. I'm done. I'm posing a question, and you guys are accepting it. So it is what it is.
I'm not accepting anything. I'm still inquiring, but then again, I'm just as confused as everybody else. And I'm on the outside looking in.
Yeah, we know there's a plan behind it. MS Dose. The thing is, what plan is it? And nobody's looking at
Uh,
this.
yeah. Better you, is the Bedside Baptist Church open? Because I need to come in and make a confession, despite being Orthodox. I need help right now.
Yeah. And,
I
and
need it. I need guidance, man. I need some spiritual guidance right now because I'm confused.
yeah. In other words, this is not going to, if they're allowed in now, basically this wave is just going to grow, and
Mm.
you as black people should be concerned about this wave growing. That in other
This
words,
immigrant wave.
you're gonna get pushed out. Okay.
Mm. I mean, both
That
parties are
was
pushing the
what I was
black
going to
vote
bring up
out.
next. Hold on, wait a minute, neighbor. That's what I was going to bring the next. Maybe they're bringing them in to kind of keep us from keep black folk from getting too far in.
Yeah, obviously. In other words, Claude Anderson said this what 40 years ago.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, permanent underclass. And black folks say, oh, well, it's just normal. It's just regular racism. Okay. It's not going to affect us. Okay. All right.
I hope he's doing all right, but yeah, yeah, he warned us that they're going to try to get immigrants to replace you.
Yeah. Yeah. He's doing fine for 80 to be 85. Yeah. He's doing all right.
Damn, he's 85?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
All right.
Is there something going on with Dr. Claus?
Yeah. No,
No,
he's just old.
Oh,
he's just old and,
He's 85 years old. Okay. He's not like he's 45. Okay.
fair
He's not a
enough. My
spring
bad.
chicken. No, he's an old trout now.
Oh, well, is something wrong with him? Yeah. He's 85.
So he's like Bernie at 42. He just sing this shit. What type of shit is this here?
I
Well,
don't
he's
blame
got
him.
old, you know.
He said after 2022, I'm done talking to you Negroes.
He did say that. Yeah. Because we're not listening. And
Yeah.
we're basically, too many people have, raised and socialized and buy the Kool-Aid. So,
Thank God I gave up
Unfortunately,
drinking Kool-Aid a long time ago.
which is, uh, That's how come that really that's how come I really don't do domestic politics anymore, because it's become like
Too emotional.
no, it's become like a sports team. People root for the home team,
Fair
Oh,
enough.
yeah.
and they don't look at politics the way politics is supposed to be looked at, And so like the blue crew with the blue jerseys on,
Yeah.
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 So as long as they ain't dancing.
You
I'm
gotta
starting calling
you
some of
gotta
them,
pick
but
a side. And so why do you have to pick a side? You just have to. That's the way it works. Okay. Until it doesn't. So
yep.
Anybody ever heard the term shifting alliance or playing both sides against one another?
or
Yeah,
or or like Lucien said, force to use the tools of my enemy against them to defeat them.
true.
Okay. You have new tools.
Absolutely.
Right now, it looks like Butthurt Blue shooting themselves in the foot, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, well, yeah, they have an agenda, and and the global agenda, if it has a direct impact on the local economy, which people
Mhm.
didn't, people don't look at,
Mhm.
because I was, remember back in, 2 years ago, I was telling you, almost 2 years ago, I was telling you guys that it's going to have an impact, and
Yep.
they were actually prepping for this well before, when they were raising interest rates.
Yeah.
Actually prepping for this, and every time you walk into the store, you get reminded.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to
But
Lewis.
yeah, yep, yep.
Thanks, Louie. It's a good thing a
Shout out
lot
to
of us
Lewis.
just check out the stores every once in a while. That's why some of us are like pinching pennies, going to certain
Oh yeah, well yeah.
getting certain things.
Oh yeah, well you're in Europe, man. You guys are getting hit.
Oh, we getting
Mhm.
hit. I mean, thankfully for me, where I live there, we got 3 different supermarkets, and I go
Mhm.
to one, whichever I need to get certain things. I go here, certain things I go there, certain other
Yeah,
things I go there. If not, I can go over to the next municipality, take a bus to the next municipalities, and get where I need there.
Yeah,
So I know how it is.
I was in a Wally World supermarket the other day, and with them
Wow.
prices, man, you start looking at them great value things a little bit more.
oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
You look at them great value things, especially when you find out they're actually made by the same manufacturer. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, man.
I'm
Uh,
like, okay, that's why that honey mustard tastes just as good. Okay.
yeah, in fact, they say they're substituting ingredients, cheaper ingredients to keep the prices down.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, in my case, it's like thankfully for me, like there are certain programs I have for customer loyalties and such.
Hmm.
And I use that as much as I can, like in certain place, like because some of the supermarket chains are belong to certain conglomerates. So in certain and they're affiliated with certain reward programs. So like in my case, there's certain stores that are part of this one program where on Thursdays they triple the benefits for every time you put the triple the benefits you earn for every time you make a purchase on that particular day.
Mm.
Any of those stores. And this program has been kind of helpful for me. I've been able to save up and whatnot, and I get a certain amount reimbursed where I can use whenever I need.
Hmm.
Another one, because I started the membership last year. I get like a certain discount, and I get certain coupons I can use whenever I go use a supermarket. Unfortunately for me, they also have the self checkouts, and the self checkouts do have security gates, but that's better than having to wait in line and have to deal with people.
Yeah.
God, I miss the shutdown.
Ah,
Oh boy.
Oh no, y'all doesn't. I miss the peace and the quiet that came
oh,
with it because I
okay,
didn't have to deal with motherfuckers, and
Oh,
people
okay.
were keeping the distances and everything. When you got OCD like me,
okay.
want to keep motherfuckers away from you.
Hey,
Remember?
BTS, you think Biden will give us another stimulus check to keep Trump from out of office? I'm just
No, they don't have the money. Okay,
damn.
Mm,
they don't have the money. He told you. He told you. What was it? September 2021. That would be
uh-huh.
the end of it. He's
Okay.
kept his promise. The only two people that got anything with students
Hmm.
got student forgiveness. Everybody else, nope. said that's going to be the end of it. Don't look for it anymore.
Oh wow.
No, we don't fucked up now.
What's going
Yeah,
on,
well,
Passport Toya? Oh well, I tried, but I don't know what they're gonna do to get his poll numbers up. But it's so bad. Even the people who ran Obama campaign are looking at him like, okay, y'all not panicking right now.
well, you put yourself in a box. How you get yourself out of a box like this, and in 9 months?
I don't know.
And he's
It's
not trying to
just
reverse field it at all. He's doubling down. He's trying to double down. So I guess I don't know.
uh,
You know,
Do do you think he's oblivious to how he's perceived in the American public?
nope, he's not. He's been in politics too long. He's been doing this for 40 years. No, he knows exactly what he's doing.
I
I
mean,
guess
he
that's
shows certain signs, but he's not complete. But he's still got plenty left in him. He's still got plenty of coherence left in him.
You got thousands of people around you telling you the same thing. You can't be oblivious.
right.
But the ramblings, the way he talks and everything, that's been going on since he's been like that for like at least in that last 15 to 20 years.
Yeah, he might be rambling, but the thing is, he knows what's going on. He's not that far gone.
Nope.
He's aware. He knows
He's
the
aware.
poll numbers are because guess what he did? That's why he granted the student debt relief. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, student
Yeah,
Jubilee. All right.
yeah, student. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not quite a jubilee, but he did some debt relief. Um, but also when he brought the immigrants in, from Venezuela and places like that, right, and put them in Chicago
Mhm.
and New York, and actually funded their housing. Okay, that means you know what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
He
when he
just said
goes
he was going to run down the middle,
when
and
he
he's
goes
kept his
camp
word.
when he goes campaigning for Ukraine and weapons and stuff like that. Does he sound like he doesn't know what he's doing?
Absolutely not. He knows exactly
Unfortunately,
what he's
no, he
doing.
doesn't.
So is it so guy that's sophisticated is unaware about his poll numbers? Really better you.
The reason I say that is simply because the level of unpopularity with his actions is it's just perplexing. Like, I don't see how you drop it like a rock and you don't at some point say, "Hey, do I change course?"
It depends on what your course is, right? And what your plan is. What's your plan? That we don't know. Obviously, you, you know what interest rates are doing. You see banks that fail. Okay,
Mhm.
see how it's affecting your folks. They do polls weekly, not just monthly. They do polls weekly. Okay, you have
Hmm.
people with posters and aides running into your office with numbers every day. How can you not be aware?
Being aware and
He's got
listening.
briefings every morning, dude.
Yeah.
Oval Office briefings every day.
Well, hold up. Just because there's polling, just because there's information, doesn't mean that the people around you are necessarily telling you certain things.
Okay, I got
It's
one word.
always
I got one word for you. Better you. Bullshit.
What's going on, Lewis? Okay.
He'll pipe in a minute. Unmute. Okay. He's probably looking at chat. Yeah, it's
Okay.
bullshit. Better you actually believe that?
there's several instances of it throughout history when things
Where?
aren't going.
Where? When? Where?
Shit in wars. There's
No. When?
yes, it is.
Where? Presidents? Which? Name me one.
I'm not in administrations, but I'm saying simply from a historical standpoint. There
Name
have been
me
times
one president that was lied to by his staff.
we don't know.
You don't know. In other words, it doesn't exist. No, they might tell you that crap, but no, they don't lie to you because guess what? That's because he'll get fired if he's wrong. They don't lie to you. Tell you
Mhm.
People forget. Not only will he, for this man in particular, not only will he fire you, he will give you what we call the proverbial blow dry treatment.
yeah,
The
and
blow
plus
dryer treatment.
and plus your staff is set up for and against. You don't have everybody speaking the same tone. You got people that are opposite of that, and they go back and forth.
Correct. For example,
Yep.
this is why I remember somebody said in finance, you need three people. You need to have a good accountant, a good financial advisor, and a good lawyer. And they have to be three separate entities, three separate people. And they're all going to go one at each other, giving you their own advice that may contradict one another. And the decision at the end is who do you believe? Who do you trust? One can say one thing, the other can say the other. But at the end of the day, you got to make a decision
Yeah, yeah. You
based
didn't
on
believe
who got the right
you didn't,
information.
you didn't believe they would go this far enough for not Trump not to be president, did you?
Nope.
Nope.
I didn't.
I did, and they're probably holding back all the dirty stuff because they'll go blow back. And every president has dirt.
Hmm.
So to believe that he doesn't know what's going on, yeah, all contraire.
Au contraire. Contraire.
The only
Hey, what's up, hey?
Hey, Lewis, what's going on?
What's going on, Lewis?
Louis, we been at Louis. We've been missing you, man.
Well, Louis got to work, man.
You know, yeah,
I've been
I
trying to see
know.
him
I'm
in the
just come on.
store.
Louis been
BGS, let me bring out my inner fat boy. You know, they had a cover of Louis Louis. You know, you ever heard that song, Louis Louis?
well, yeah,
Back in the day.
you could forget how old I am, man.
I don't know. I didn't. I'm not. That's what I'm asking because that's from your era, sir.
I remember when it came out, when it was the #1 hit. Okay, way back when. Okay.
Yeah, and I remember when the Fat Boys did their own cover of it.
Fat Boys
So
did it. Stanley Clark did
back
it.
in eight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a standard.
yeah,
They covered more times than probably any other song.
yeah. So I just couldn't understand the words they were saying, but hey, okay. I was confused.
Yeah, yeah.
So what are those prices looking like, Lewis?
It's steady right now, but everybody's anticipating what's going to happen after Easter.
Oh boy.
Well, hey, you want to see what we got for Christmas
Yeah, go
here
ahead.
at the
What
job?
you got? Wait, let me see.
Bread, huh?
Yeah,
Real.
Bimbo gave
Real.
everybody all the products. Yeah,
Okay. They brought it back. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, did you drink the tea yet, BGS?
Have not drunk it yet. Not drunk it yet. I fall asleep before I actually can make it.
Oh, but with the prices, everybody's anticipating what's going to happen after Easter.
Okay.
Well, one, everybody's monitoring the weather, especially in the region where everything is being grown and all the livestock and everything for food consumption.
Right.
So after we get through Easter, I mean, that's the last of our major food holidays is Easter up here, and then everything starts back up around 4th of July with the hots and hams.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barring emergencies, we all right, huh?
Yeah. But I haven't heard anything else yet about anything.
Yeah.
And I gotta look out the window.
But I know one thing though. I implore everybody, if you're by a soup kitchen, look at the lines that everybody's getting where they're giving out food boxes and the soup kitchens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
See
they
how
said
long they are.
the homeless rate is the highest it's been in a while.
Yeah. It's another thing they have to solve. You know, I think they're trying to solve it. Right? Is the homeless crisis. That's why I want. There was a bill being introduced in Congress about having the Wall Street divest from buying all these houses. Wall Street owns like 1 in every 6 house. It's owned by a fund,
Mm-hmm. Hedge fund.
by a hedge fund, and they're keeping the rents up. So actually, 2 Republicans are actually doing. It was Republican or Democrats actually introducing this in the House and in the Senate to actually have Wall Street divest. Shout out to Obama. He actually set this up. Well, it makes sense. How do you get the banks back solid and pay off your the aggrieved investors? Okay, you give them a chance to actually buy into something, right? Which is family homes. Which shouldn't have been done. No other country does this.
No. Everybody wants to be a homeowner.
Well, not even homeowner. The thing is, in Europe, this would have never been done because the first 2 things that people have a right to in a society is food and shelter, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Basically the business has no right to actually control shelter. I don't care if it's Brazil and the favelas, right? Okay, people have a right to shelter. Okay,
Absolutely.
I mean, there's probably less homeless people in Brazil than there is in the United States. It makes no sense in a first world country.
Probably less homeless people in Mexico.
Huh?
You said there's been like 3D homes in Mexico.
They're printed homes in Mexico for peasants. Yeah, it's like $5,000 a piece. Yeah.
I have a question.
Wow.
Have anybody been doing Christmas shopping? Because the malls around my way has been totally empty this holiday.
Oh yeah. They're in the supermarkets trying to buy bargains, Louis.
Yeah.
They're trying to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why Black Friday was a flop. For the first time in, I don't know, 30 years.
People were complaining about groceries are too expensive to do Black Friday.
Yeah, the people who it's between rent, food, and whatever else, right?
Mm-hmm. I got lucky. I found a turkey for like $7. It was on sale.
How you do that? How you find that?
I went to Myers and they were selling them for 49 cents a pound.
Oh, okay. Oh, after Thanksgiving?
No, before Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving. Okay.
Hey, you got a deal, bro.
Yeah, you got a deal.
Yeah, I said 49 cents a pound. Like, shoot, let me grab this up.
Yeah. You can't even find chicken for 49 cents a pound, much less turkey.
We recently did a office secret holiday gift exchange, whatnot. But we had a lot of our frontline folks though. They was like, yeah, it's just too much going on. Like, wanted to participate, but just couldn't. And you talking like a $20-$25 gift, maybe. And families are hurting. People are hurting, man. Like even Thanksgiving, we rolled by Golden Corral, and bro, you would have thought it was like somebody trying to see some type of megastar. The line was the complex where this Golden Corral was. It's like those super Walmart parking lots. At the back of it is the Target and a little couple of stores off to the side. The Golden Corral's on the other side. These people are wrapped around the Target, waiting to get into Golden Corral.
Yeah, the variety of food. Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah. Like, it was crazy. I had never seen anything like that before in my life, man.
Well, you're gonna see a lot of stuff that you haven't seen before.
Man, I can imagine other worse scenarios.
Well, I can't say you didn't warn us, BGS. You told us to buckle up.
Oh yeah, it's good. We just getting started. We haven't talked about AI and what's going on.
Very interesting, as you would say, BGS.
So what?
You look at this though, like very, very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Yes, very interesting. Let's charge.
I swear, this motherfucker's been to Eastern Europe. Excuse my French, sir. I'm just not sure. Have you been to Bulgaria or is it Romania? Perhaps Hungary.
Never.
you, BGS. It was very, very interesting.
Very, very interesting. Yes, that's the sausage sauce would say from Hogan's
Oh,
Hero.
Bela Lugosi. That's where you got. Oh, that's it. Bela
Yeah.
Lugosi. That's where you got the accents. The original
Where'd
counter.
you get that from?
So what?
Where'd you get that from? I'm sorry.
Hogan's Heroes back in the 60s.
Oh, that was one of
That
his father's
was
favorite TV series.
yeah. That was
Okay.
one of his favorites. Like very, very interesting.
They
Figure
what
it out.
happened to that one actor though?
Who's that?
I think it's the star that got killed or something. They never found out who did it.
Oh, okay.
Hogan's Heroes.
Probably his wife.
Damn, BGS. Okay. What makes you say that?
Crime of passion.
Yeah, money.
That too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. But yeah, that was one of my dad's favorite TV shows to like to watch is Hogan's Heroes. That and Get Smart. That's how.
I used to watch Hogan's Heroes right after Benny Hill.
Benny Hill. I haven't heard Benny Hill. That means if you watch Benny Hill, that means you watch Danger Mouse too, huh?
I love Benny Hill, the old Buck Rogers, the black and white, Doctor Who, all that,
Okay.
all the old stuff when I was young.
Classic.
I never saw Danger Mouse though.
Yeah, check out Danger Mouse.
You mean the British animated series, the original or the remake?
The original animated.
Oh, I remember the original because my favorite character was Stiletto. You know, the crow, the Italian accented crow.
Yeah.
Si, barone. I was just.
Oh, I was like, what's his was this Crumley? Crumbs. But they didn't go right.
The gopher.
Yeah.
No, Crumley. There was the ball. There was the chief.
Yeah.
Of course, I remember was it Baron Greenback.
Yeah.
And the caterpillar he had for a cat. I was just fun. I was just everybody always when they use English accents, you always had some kind of something from based in London, where the working class.
Yeah. Well, that's what most of the accents are. Yeah.
Yeah, BGS. You used to watch Dragnet.
Who? Dragnet?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I got bored, yeah, Dragnet. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of Dragnet was always kind of dry for me.
What about Hill Street Blues?
Sometimes.
Dynasty
I had to watch because my fiance loved Dynasty.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh no.
And
my mom loved Dynasty.
Dallas, Dynasty, and Falcon's Crest.
Okay.
What is it? The 92 Dream series.
Okay.
To be replaced by
Dynasty, huh?
Huh? Dynasty, yeah.
Okay.
It was actually Dallas first, okay, and then it became Dynasty, then it became Falcon's Crest.
Yeah, my mother liked Dallas.
Yeah.
She had the DVD for Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Who shot JR?
I was about to ask that question.
Very, very wealthy people, big houses, and I could see my fiance's eyes sparkle every time it came on.
Did her eyes ever sparkle when she ever watched Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous with Robin U. Leach?
She didn't watch it that much, not really. But yeah, you have to watch, you have to watch shows like Dallas or Dynasty, and from a female standpoint, with the big houses and all the fancy clothes and the big cars, yeah.
But
yes.
How was the portrayal of that lifestyle on those the soap operas?
Soap operas a little bit more tame. Okay. They lived it, but the thing is, you didn't see the big grand estates with the curved driveways and stuff like that. Whereas on Dallas, you did the big estates.
You didn't see that stuff on stuff like Younger Wrestlers, Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah.
As the World Turns. Yes, my brothers watch soap operas. That's the only reason I know.
Yeah.
General Hospital.
Guiding Light.
Yeah, you didn't see them jump on private jets and jet all over the country and stuff like that, and go to.
It was more middle class.
Yeah, that's how Dallas made Neiman Marcus famous.
Well, I was talking about like with the relationship dynamics. between the male and the female?
Much more contentious.
Oh,
Much more contentious. Um,
Yeah, were there a lot of cat fights on Dynasty?
yes, Dynasty. Well, yeah. Dynasty. Yeah, between the females. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So those were boomer dreams back then.
And look, I tell the truth about the situation. I watch wrestling for the drama.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Same reason chicks watch soap operas. The reason I watch wrestling for the drama.
Yeah, I think Gen X
Yeah.
it was the Cosby Show in a different world, and those
Mhm.
kind of shows.
Even though it's even though it's rehearsed, I'm not gonna say fake. That's fake, but even though it's rehearsed, the drama's fun to watch.
Yeah.
BGS, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're talking about soap operas, I wonder if you ever watched or was forced to watch any telenovelas. Or Telemundo, something like
Not
that.
was out. Not when I was in country, but when I was in Guatemala, you had to watch them because that was all that was on.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of those shows were pretty popular in the Middle East. Only thing is they dubbed them in Arabic, and they
Oh wow!
No Spanish. The Spanish ones, the Latin, anyone. We were talking South America. They're based in South America, or the ones in Mexico.
Yeah.
I remember.
Believe it or not, what was popular like in the 2000s was Korean soap operas.
Really?
They still are to this day, man.
I don't get it. But the thing is, my sisters and people around me, Korean soap operas.
Man, they got on Netflix.
Yeah,
you got a few of those on Netflix. I remember there was a series I used to watch. It was Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Excuse me. I'm in the kitchen. But I remember there was one I used to watch that was on Japanese. It was the life of one young woman coming up during the first half of the 20th century.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a Japanese one. And I remember my mother was really in love with that one. I remember they started showing that in Eritrea as well. But then again, we used to watch it as well in KSA. But I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
And that was dubbed in English. But it was by the Japanese state run NHK. So I'm familiar with
right
some of that
now,
stuff.
I'm watching a lot of Deep Space Nine. I love Deep Space Nine of Star Trek.
I haven't watched that in years. I see clips, but I haven't watched it in years.
A lot of well, which reminds me, fuck you, BGS. A lot of Klingon love.
How passionate is the Klingon love?
Yeah, you saw a Klingon is what zoomed to Thailand.
Yeah.
Face to face with a Klingon.
Yeah, well, I'd forgotten about this. Quark had actually married a Klingon.
Oh yeah, in that trial. Yeah, I remember that.
And well, I didn't realize this in episode I think it was season 5.
Mm-hmm.
Worf fell in love with her.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Brief second, and that's how him and Zia got together.
Oh yeah. She fought for him.
BGS.
Yes, sir.
Are you sitting down?
Yeah.
I heard today. I was listening on Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Pink Pill has finally admitted that everything that's going on is fucked up. Everything that's been said in this space, she agreed to now, finally.
Oh, really?
Okay.
What brought that on?
They were talking about it with the room with Nicole Michelle and it's this guy Austin Julio.
Okay.
He got his space started off by reviewing all of Kevin Samuel's stuff.
Okay.
But they were talking about what's going on in the dating scene right now and everything. And she admitted that Black women are totally delusional, that they want their cake and eat it too.
Yeah. It's strange when we start talking about racial hypergamy and this stuff comes up, huh?
Yep.
Oh, we just pulled the whole sheet off the whole kit and caboodle with that. So and actually going to continue to actually do it because it actually explains everything. So strange how the action and reaction happen. Okay,
Yeah.
because you've been
It's a
doing
thing.
this swirling stuff for like almost 20 years.
Yeah. It's a damn shame Snowman's not here because we need a certain sound effects. So on his behalf, I just want to say, dun dun dun.
Yep.
What in the all types of blue
Blue
hell?
hell. Yep.
What in the?
And,
That's first base.
Did
and,
did,
and
did anybody catch it and record her saying it though?
I could pull it up. Like, what I'm going to do is pull it up, and I'm going to record it on my computer
Okay.
because I have the app on my phone. So all I got to do
Okay.
is plug my iPhone to my MacBook, and I can record it from there.
Okay. Okay. So they actually recorded the whole session.
Yeah. Well, when you do your rooms, you could either have it on replay, or it's just played once, and the thing is on replay.
Yeah.
So all I got to do is just pull it back up, and I can record the whole thing.
Yeah. There's a big red female red pill movement, man, because these chicks don't want to do what's necessary to keep this stuff going, and basically the guys are bailing out, and they see it.
Oh yeah, them white dudes they're checking out. There's no point in dating. They just flat out
Yep.
saying it. There's no
Yep.
point in dating. Getting married is not worth the risk.
Yeah. Who was that? J.R. Wisdom was playing this video of these three fours, right? These three fat chicks talk about they wouldn't go on a first date to Applebee's or to what is it, the
And
Cheesecake Factory.
and
In other words, they said we don't associate with guys that do that. I looked at them and said, you don't go on dates either.
man, when you look at that, but seriously though, when you look at that, what was that 28 list? I looked at the list like, wait a minute. So you're basically telling me you're a heifer that don't want to have fun at all? Thanks for telling me. Next.
Yeah.
If you because they had stuff like going to the park, going to church. I was like, really?
Man.
You can't go bowling. I'm like, okay.
What basically that's why come guys are basically bailing out. Okay, and if you're 8, 9, or 10, you can pull that off. But
Yeah.
even an 8 is like 1 in 100. If you're an 8, as far as women are concerned, you're 1 in 100. You're like 1 or 2% of the population. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can pull that off. If you blow that kind of attitude is not going to work. Not enough guys.
Yeah. Fortunately, I haven't run into any more 2 pictures that got married. Good Lord.
Oh, why would a 2 post their wedding? Oh, she would because she's proud of it.
Man, I wasn't even trying to look for that picture either, BGs. I was just flipping through Facebook, and I'm like, what the? No,
What in
where
all
is
types of blue hell?
it? Yeah. I'm like, who married? I'm like, okay. I'm like, BGs. I'll be on a live stream. I'll be like, BGS, check your email.
So Kerosene said things have gotten out of hand, huh?
Yeah, and she basically said people they outpriced themselves out the market.
What?
And even and even
you don't say.
And Nicole Michelle
Go ahead, let them talk.
And Nicole Michelle basically said that the whole environment is a whole trick environment right now, and there's that's what it's been relegated to.
You can basically you cannot make this shit up, huh?
So basically,
they said in order to save the black community, it got to be some kind of reset that both sides come to the table and renegotiate
the table. Go ahead, give it to me.
No, I'm gonna do better than that. I'm gonna do better than that. Hashtag BGS is right. Oops.
Wait a minute, I got one more thing to say. Regarding the 2s and everything you were mentioning, what in the all types of blue hell? AB, you need to start bumping Bishop Bullwinkle's song, Hell to the Nah Nah Nah.
Hell no.
Hell no. No, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
By the way, y'all hit the cash up for this.
No. Listen, It's on Spotify, by the way. Bishop Bullwinkle. You'll find it on Spotify.
And we also have to telling these chicks, life stuff, get a helmet. We need some. Hey, you know, hey, we need some likes,
Hey,
folks.
it's
We only
true.
got 27. We need some likes.
Yeah. Live video stuff. Get a helmet.
Oh, it's gonna get worse. We're gonna need more than a helmet. You need shoulder pads too in a minute.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
BGS, I don't think any of these chicks would really want to ride a motocross, motorbike or dirt
They,
bike, man. I don't think they're built for
they
that.
have no choice. Okay.
And
Oh
any of
yeah.
them, yeah, but you know how tight those outfits are for the Kawasaki's and the most, and 500cc bikes.
Yeah, you got no choice. You can ride without the helmet if you want to.
I'm not talking about the helmet. I'm talking about the rest of the suit.
Yeah, the rest
Because you know how big them heifers are.
Okay. When you roll through that brush and get your knees scraped, okay, you'll fuck around and find out. A 9 is 1 in 10,000.
Pretty much raid the white flag, huh? Okay.
The flag, shoot, they negotiate. They're at the table, telling the leaders are telling these heifers, you need to go ahead and sign this peace agreement.
Yeah.
Actually, it's more like Casey and the Sunshine Band. Please don't go. Don't go. Don't go away.
Once again, it goes back to BGS was right. He said it was going to come back to the table. Do you want it? Do you want whatever they're offering?
Yeah, they're gonna basically not declare I'm catching hell. Okay. It's gonna be their theme song. Yeah, they shooting brothers for trying to leave now.
Oh yeah, you start to get more stories like that.
Oh yeah, I own you, Negro.
Don't you mean they're gonna be like Kathy Bates in Misery towards James Caan?
Well, those are their sons. Okay.
Oh, that too. Okay, fair enough.
Those are their sons.
Ooh, that's scary. That's scary. That's scary.
And I still have nightmares about that movie when she did what she did to that man's limbs. Man, I still got nightmares about that shit.
Kathy Bates is delayed James Caan. Yeah.
Misery where she broke his ankles.
Yes, when she turned them when the feet the other way, man. I still got nightmares about that shit.
And he's screaming his ass off.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this movie before. When it came out?
Misery, and then it was the
90s.
90s, yeah.
No, 70s. 70s, 80s.
No. I think it was the 90s. We can look it up. Misery.
James Caan, Kathy Bates. Let me look it up. Hang on a second. Kathy Bates was scary in that movie. Hang on. Misery. 1990, you're right.
Yeah.
The book came out in 87.
Yeah.
It's based on a Stephen King novel, the same name, that came out in 87.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, even James Caan died last year. Okay, that's when he died.
Yeah, he's up there, man. He's part of the Godfather crew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Sonny Corleone, I remember.
Yeah.
Kathy Bates still alive at 75. God damn. James, he died at the age of 82.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, I'm starting to see TikToks about I've clipped a couple of TikToks about the family that prayed. Her movie with Tyler Perry.
You'll never be Mrs. Cartwright.
Oh man, I had to clip that. She said, "Yes, I'm Mrs. Cartwright. All you got is this little room. He don't want to be seen with you. You stay away from my family." I'm like, Miss Ann, you done pissed Miss Ann off.
Yeah, I just get a picture, man, with them pointing at the divestitures, white one pointing at the divestitures. You'll never be Mrs. Cartwright. that racial hypergamy, they're hot, man. They never responded to me before.
The only thing I didn't clip from that movie is when old boy gave that slap heard across the world. He slapped her across that table. I was like, dang.
Yeah, she flew over the table, man. That was the best acting I've seen from her.
But you know what? I have to shout out Sanaa Lathan because I saw her on TikTok clip. And she came out and said, yeah, that was an evil bitch. She said, yeah, I played an evil bitch. I was like, damn, I can't. You're like, you know what? I can't hate on that. She said it, just said it herself.
Yeah, I've met some women like her in real life. So he
Oh
wrote it.
yeah.
It was accurate. It is accurate.
Oh, some real bad witches like that in real life, huh?
Oh, you don't want to know. Okay. I've been around enough 100 octanes, man, in high 92s.
Oh
You don't want to know. You don't want to know what they say in real life. Okay. You don't.
BGS
What
has
she,
been around more so than
what she,
Tupac.
what she was saying is mild compared to them. Okay. Mild.
Yikes.
Yikes.
damn.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yikes. Or
Ooh,
sheesh in my case. I'd be like, or as Chris Space, what in the all types of blue hell?
blue hell.
Which begs the question: if heaven is blue, if hell is blue, would that make heaven red?
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Streets supposed to be paved with gold.
Depends on the time of day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
And remember, it's her interpretation.
You know what?
We don't know what color hell is.
You know what, name? I'm gonna say heaven is
Yeah.
red because Chick-fil-A is red, and I know this Chick-fil-A is heaven.
Yeah, them chicken nug. I can't dispute them chicken nuggets. I love them chicken nuggets. Chick-fil-A.
Oh, really? I had never had them from Chick-fil-A.
I get the 12 count every time I go to Chick-fil-A. I don't get the sandwich. I get the chicken nuggets.
Oh, you don't get a chicken sandwich?
Man, you got. I don't know what part of the country you're in, but a few of it. They're mostly in the South, but they're expanding nationwide. Man, if you ever see one, just stop by, man. All the food come pre-blessed. You wouldn't even got to say grace, bro.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they're not
Wait a
open on
minute,
Sunday.
isn't that Mr. Z's very drive-through? Or is that
No, that's
Popeye?
No,
Popeye.
it's
Popeye.
Popeye. Yeah.
Nah, that's
Okay.
Popeye's
complete
got some good
opposite.
wings. I'll say this. Popeye's got some good wings now, but you know.
Yeah, Popeye service. Now you that's all. That's almost like going to Waffle House. You might be risking something, bro.
Yeah, my you're not lying. My cousin got into some stuff with working at Popeyes. My little cousin. So yeah, you ain't lying about that.
Yeah, 'cause Atlanta been losing their mind lately, bro. Like there was last week there was a guy. He stole one of the MARTA buses, drove the passengers around, dropped them at Waffle House, and
Damn.
yeah, that's basically how dude got caught. They ran off and told him, "Hey, guys stole the bus." They have no idea where dude was even going. But he was driving people around for like 2-3 hours.
Man, people are crazy nowadays.
Crazy understatement, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy ass people, this motherfucker. We expect. Shit.
Yeah, I just popped up just to say, I don't know if you guys commented on this earlier, but I did see that Ed, he posted a link he posted a picture on his community tab saying that Tasha K apparently was apologizing for talking shit about Darius and comparing her to that white woman that Jonathan Majors just got fucked by.
Yeah, I think it's more of New York, you know.
That was New York, but
Yeah,
the last name was what got me kind of
she's
suspicious about her ethnicity.
She's a crazy chick, though.
Yeah, very crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Although her last name was kind of like got me kind of suspicious about her background and whatnot. Because it says Jabari, and that's either Arab or Persian. So she could be mixed, half white, half Persian, something like that, or half white, half Arab.
Well, I think she's from the UK, so.
Oh, even more so, because there's a lot of you've been having a lot of mixed race folks since interracial mixing since the 19th century shit, man. So could be Egyptian. No, not Egyptian, because they don't pronounce the J when they speak Arabic.
So, but the thing is that's more of this city, New York, pushing this, because really he should have never been brought to trial. They should have just dropped it, because once they seen him running down the street, that should have been the end of it.
Yeah.
But they wanted him for whatever reason.
Pound of flesh.
What I always want to do is fucking white women.
Not always, but the thing is, I say he looked like Jack Johnson with his white girl, okay, on the red carpet. So I think they took offense. Because what they convicted him on, and said, really?
He got look retarded ass
Yeah,
for some
what did
reason.
they convict him on? What I know it was like some kind of misdemeanor assault and something else.
In other words, annoyance, or basically harassment, and then unintentional third-degree assault when he pushed her back in the car.
Okay.
That's what they got him on.
In other words, this is some bullshit.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 9 times out of 10, this regular people, these charges would have been dropped. And get out of my office. Get out of my precinct. Okay. It's a female male quarrel. Okay. And let it go at that. But they wanted him because he was famous. And they treated this almost like a murder trial.
Yeah, and okay, they're just gonna make it harder for white women. It is what it is.
Yeah, when you have to go through like 50 people for jury selection for a misdemeanor trial, come on.
Oh wow! Wait,
They went through that many jurors?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. For a misdemeanor?
Yeah,
okay.
for this, yeah.
That's just a waste of taxpayer money, but okay.
Evidently not. Okay. And they delayed the trial like 3 times, and they went to the UK to pull records and stuff like that. They've spent a lot of money on this thing. And I could have understood if it was actually, where he's actually putting hands on her. He didn't. All he did was push her back in the car to get her off him. That's all he did. Remember I told you he got out the car and walked, okay? And went to the police station. He actually got out the car. I didn't know he ran. I said, damn, this is even worse. So I knew he didn't stay in the car. Once she got upset and she white, I knew he said, let me get out this car. And the only reason he pushed her back in the car because she's trying to get out the car and follow him. And she did anyway.
Did y'all see how long they ran for though?
I know. She was drunk. She wouldn't let him go.
Yo, both of them got some good win, bro. Like after 3-4 blocks, like, yeah, you know what? We got to just square up.
Well, she's a dancer. She's a choreographer, so she's used to it.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because she was on his ass for a long time.
A long time. The Scarlet Witch chasing Kang. You can't escape me, Kang. Not this time.
Oh, man. Obama was dirty. They fired him in like an hour, man.
No, he was already on the chopping block. He was already fired.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for the verdict. Okay.
They should let it sit a little bit, man.
Yeah. And notice that the trial came out after the end of Loki.
Yep.
Mm.
So you think they're get another villain?
Well, they're probably gonna replace him with Dr. Doom.
Okay.
Because guessing Loki is the what is it? The supreme god over the timeline now. So it's not Kang.
Oh, this should be fun.
Hmm?
This should be fun.
Yeah, they're putting on Loki season 3.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, it already.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. Say what you want about Jonathan Majors. He saved Ant-Man 3 for me. He's a good villain.
Yeah, to be ruined by a white chick, a white she-devil. Okay.
Yeah, I know. But I know what country I live in, so I wasn't shocked.
As we say in my parts, don't fuck with them buckra.
Yeah, you have to do
You
a
have to
long
pick your
handle
poison.
spoon.
Even Donovan Sharp will tell you that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's all he messes with. Yeah, but he's real careful about how he qualifies them.
You have to be,
Mm.
because at any moment they could turn on them tears, and you in some deep shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I've heard. I say when I say guys want to do SOSBM with white women, I said be careful.
Yep. Remember what country you live in.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the lynching history. It is what it is. You can ignore it if you want to. I wouldn't.
Nub Glory, why don't you hit the link and come up, man? We just talked about that at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Why don't you come up and participate for a change? We just talked about that. You're trying to psychoanalyze Black America. Okay, got to get to the women first. If you convince them, then you get Black America to move the other way. If you can't, you're wasting your time with the men.
That's
Unfortunately.
so true. So true. Ah,
And the only people that can
man.
actually attract men are the Republicans themselves. They're not giving you anything.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you're focusing on the party instead of the person. Okay, there's a reason that it's happening to him.
Yep.
There's a reason that Hillary didn't run again. But he's going to be the maverick and run again. So this is what's going to happen. They're going to go to the mat over this.
Oh, and
This
guess who's
man is
helping?
not.
But yes, guess who's helping? Joe Biden with his campaign.
Who's that?
Uh-oh.
Hillary.
Oh yeah, they're on the same page, sir.
I know.
They're all neoliberals. Basically, what is he doing now in the Ukraine? Same stuff she would have done.
The more neoliberal bullshit.
Yes. Who do you think started the whole stuff in the Ukraine? While she was defense secretary of
Secretary of
State.
State.
Yeah. Who do you think started it? Her and some other
Well,
all the same people that work with her are still doing the same thing they were doing then.
Mm.
So of course you're gonna help them with the campaign because guess what? On the same team.
that's very true.
Oh boy.
Toe the fucking line, folks. Toe the fucking line, as they say.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna see some more states try to pull this stuff.
I would say so. If California and in Colorado was it New York that tried it?
I
They
think
tried
so.
it in Michigan, but it got struck down.
Okay.
And Trump's now up by 10 points in Michigan. Oops.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The only way to there's only one way to derail him. So I'm not saying they're going to be successful, but the things they're going to try. I'm not surprised. And they might even bring out the big guns. We haven't heard the big guns yet because that's going to affect a lot of people. How many people are you willing to sacrifice to get him?
Oh boy. You think they'll start a civil war over this?
If you want to change Black America, Nub Glory, and I've been in this shit for too long. If you want to change Black America, then you have to get to the women. You can't get to them, it's not going to happen. You've been doing this too long. Now, if you can prove me wrong, go ahead, sir. Okay.
I'm talking to them.
Yeah. You at best you move the needle 10% for the men. At best.
Can they or would they? But going back to the whole thing about Trump, man, my question is, what if he's not around by November 2024?
That would be extreme. Okay. That would be extreme. And that happens, then you're in worse trouble than you think.
Yep.
Because that stuff hasn't happened at this level since 68.
I mean, just like you look at Biden, his age, he could kick the bucket at any time, being how old he is and everything.
Well, evidently there's an agenda they want to finish. So, and so they've even pushed out a lot of viable Democrats.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, if y'all want to, like, we'll have to see what's going to happen.
I'm want to see what happens. Will he, I'm curious to see if he can actually overcome all this and be president.
Yeah. By the way,
it never happened, but I'm curious to see if it will.
By the way, I already mentioned that he has a temper, so never mind. Excuse me. I did say the blow dry treatment.
The blow dry treatment.
Oh, yeah. The hair dry treatment they call it, or blow dry.
Okay.
That's when you get, you catch an earful.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about Biden when because he's been known to have a temper.
Okay.
He goes off on certain people, and a lot of people mention, when he's mad, he'll let you have it.
Yeah. He always has. And he's almost cussed out.
I was not for being a grumpy old man. It is what it is.
He almost cussed out Poppy Bush, man, back in the day. That's how fiery he was.
Yeah, he pretty much called Poppy Bush a pussy on the floor.
Yeah, almost. Almost. Yeah, about that crime bill. Almost.
And here's something y'all need to understand. Poppy Bush is nobody you want to fuck with. You remember?
No.
Yeah.
He's from the CIA. He is not the kind of person you want to fuck with.
Well, you should have known after January 6th when Biden took office, right? He dropped in 30,000 troops into the DMV area. That was a message. I told you that was a message. He's not playing.
Yeah. Shoot, back in the day when people were making fun of Poppy Bush's wife, my mother said, my father said they better pray Poppy Bush don't have him shot.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there's a certain amount of stuff you have to take being president. So
yeah, he's like, y'all better stop talking about that man. That man used to run the CIA. You better quit messing with him.
Yeah, and she was not a pretty woman. So
no, she wasn't. But
there was a reason for that marriage, but she was no pushover either. She didn't take no mess either, raising those 4 kids. But like Robin Williams. Go ahead.
Nope, Glory. This is the issue, man. Okay, and this is something the funky academic said. You have to the biggest people you have to convince is white women. They control like almost 60% of the vote.
Yep.
And whatever agenda they vote for is what's going to happen. Okay. So the only thing for black men to do is actually make a noise. Okay, which we already have. But to change the direction of the vote, the black vote, not going to be done by black men.
Yep.
The only thing you can do is inspire white men in a different direction.
Yep, which we have done so
many times
to a certain degree, but as much as we can. But
why you think Nikki Haley's running is because she appeals to the white female vote.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's only till they find out what her real true race is. And don't worry, them Anglo Texans don't turn on. They walk in lockstep.
Yeah, she's polling number 2 right behind Trump. So I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Nikki is not short for Nicole. It's actually a Sanskrit name.
Yeah.
It's her middle name, actually. Her first name is actually Nimarata.
Yeah. They know who she is. The thing is, they don't care. That's the point.
Yeah.
So when I looked at it, I said, what's appealing to white voters about it? And I looked at her, so she's Sarah Palin. She's a smarter version of Sarah Palin. Even sounds like her.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen pictures of her like in her youth. And I was like, wow. Like a graduation picture back in '89 and everything. Like, whoa.
Yeah. What I'm saying
is she passé blanc.
Listen to go back and listen to Sarah Palin on the campaign trail, and then listen to Nikki Haley. Okay.
Oh, I remember.
For my house.
Yeah. Sounds just like her, like the white matronly grandmother, your housewife, right? That's what she sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Born and raised in South. Yeah, she was born and raised in South Carolina. So yeah, she sounds very. Yeah, the ones who were born or raised in the states are quick to assimilate. South Asians in general. So yeah.
Yeah. Yep. She's running with John McCain.
Yeah.
And I'll give John McCain his credit. He was actually pretty funny when he went on Saturday Night Live.
Mm.
He was actually rather funny,
Bad
at
arms and
least
all.
in my opinion. Yeah, he had personality, but he ran up against Obama and got demolished. But
Yeah. Not to mention, like I said, bad arms and all, but because of his injuries, in Vietnam, only one good leg, both arms were, still were kind of like kind of limited movement.
I can still hear him saying, "My friends."
Mhm.
My friends. Oh, you ever listen to like the parodies they had of him on the Daily Show? Back when Jon Stewart was the host.
No, I forgot. I'd forgotten.
Oh man, they were good. Those were good. Those were good. Nothing against Trevor in his day when he was the host, but John when he did it, he was good. I remember he
Yeah.
destroyed the what you call Crossfire.
Was John Daly?
Jon Stewart.
Oh, Jon Stewart. Okay.
We live in some interesting times. If somebody told me I would be listening to the Tucker Carlson as much as I am now, I would have laughed in your face.
Yeah,
5 years ago.
Tucker went left a little bit. He got tired of lying. That's what happened.
Yeah.
What's he gonna bring back the bow ties? My question.
Campaign for it. He might.
It's his trademark.
Yeah, I haven't always liked him, but I've liked what he's been doing recently. So
All right.
I always thought he was a prick, but
Nub Glory, you giving black men way more credit and more power than they actually have. Okay.
All right.
Or let me guess, halfway. I haven't been reading what he's saying, halfway through it or something.
No, he's trying to say that the biggest factor in voting is going to be black males. Come on, man.
Okay.
Type in books in the comments section. Yep. You might as well come up and argue that.
He ain't got that kind of guts. You don't have those huevos.
Actually, I'll give you a prime example. Stacey Abrams' last election.
Yeah.
Of the black men who voted in that election, even though the voting was down, 90% of them went to Stacey Abrams.
Yes, they did. Are the ones that voted. The thing is, can you get black men to the polls? That's number one. Number two, one, it's sketchy whether a guy that's under indictment can be elected or will be elected. It's sketchy. Now, if everything was even, Steven, according to what Biden's done over the past couple of years, Trump would probably win in a landslide. Okay, just because the Democrats are actually so bad. It's not about Trump so good. Democrats are actually that bad.
Yeah.
And if Michelle Obama would actually run Democrat, it'd be no contest, even for Trump. Because all the white women you think were actually Republican will actually vote for Michelle.
In a hot minute.
In a hot minute.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I'm gonna be here like 30 more minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna log off. Well, you're pretty much at your limit too, AB. So
yeah, I'm gonna drop the link for Charles. Let him talk for a minute, then I'm out.
Yeah.
Actually, I gotta make this 3-hour drive to Atlanta in the morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and tap out, fellas.
All right.
All right. Good night.
Hey,
I'm up.
We wear the gynocracy, sir.
Always. Y'all have a great night, man.
Fam.
Yeah.
All right,
bro.
I'll be at the Bedside Baptist this Sunday.
Yeah, the gynocracy recruiting black folks heavy, man. Heavy.
Ooh.
Right, Atlanta's gonna be the black capital.
By the way, BGS, I make my debut tomorrow night on the Roger Report.
Okay.
Father, me and J-Lo's gonna have a conversation about fatherhood.
Okay.
Just thought you might want to know.
Okay.
Starts at 7 p.m.
I'm looking out for it.
Try my hand at this thing, man.
Hey,
Roger just kept browbeating me and browbeating me to death. So I say, oh well.
you've been doing it long enough, man. It's not that big a difference. AB can tell you, it ain't that big a difference.
Mhm.
The only thing is that if you have panel up trying to handle the panel, that's the only difference.
Yeah. We're going to start out with a one-on-one conversation and see how that goes. And see if I can transition my way into this. But
I got one word for you, Nub Glory. Rookie. go sit down, man. Go sit down.
that actually applies to me.
Yeah, basically, I told you about Don Cheeto, man, if he ran again, okay? I told you what would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Told you when right after January 6th went down. Told you exactly what would happen. That's what's going on right now. Okay, it's not a mystery.
Yep.
And if he says he's been getting attacked for years, why is he showing up to get insulted? That doesn't make any sense.
Who's that? Trump?
No Glory in the comments.
Oh, please. It's called chicken.
What's going on, Sergeant?
Come on, Charles.
Go ahead, Charles.
Don't be talking about Camilla the chicken from the Muppets like that, BGS. That's just offensive. That's just offensive. That's just offensive. That's just offensive. I remember a song that Gonzo, orchestrated for them. Funny as hell.
Well, okay, yeah, Camilla.
Hey, the Muppets are fun.
You know what that reminds me
They're
of?
funny What?
When Foghorn Leghorn was trying to convince that chicken hawk that the dog was the chicken, and he left the chicken hawk let the dog off the loose Foghorn Leghorn just sitting there. Then when the dog got home, all you heard,
I remember. What I say, I say AB, I say AB. I said that was just, bro. That was what it was supposed to do because I know I had to keep it. Oh, I lost the voice, but you know what I'm
saying. Shut up. Show me your crypto skills. Show me your charts, Nub Glory, since you know so much. Show me your charts. I ain't seen one chart from you. I've been showing crypto charts since 2017, 2016, really. Okay.
You ain't gonna do it.
You ain't gonna
do it.
We just had a talk about crypto and stuff like that on my Patreon. Okay. And gold and other kind of stuff. If you want to have that conversation, we can. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you're up to snuff, sir.
Ain't gonna be tonight. What's going on, Charles?
Yeah.
I just think it's funny because
BGS is a crypto liberal who what? I'm not a liberal. Ask the liberals. Ask the FT signifier if I'm a liberal. Ask Mr. Z if I'm a liberal.
Oh no, he's gonna be like, no, that is not one liberal at all. That is not one motherfucker you wanna fuck with regarding the liberal shit.
If you ever seen Mearsheimer, okay? I'm closer to Mearsheimer as far as policy, okay? Structural utilitarian, realist. I'm a realist.
Oh, okay.
And nobody, liberal or conservative, don't like realist.
You're more pragmatist, you mentioned, of course.
Yeah.
You're more of a moderate.
I'm a realist. I'm a moderate.
A little bit of both. I just realized how much sometimes I just don't like talking to people. And it's like, you talk to certain chicks and you like, and she talks about, well, I don't think a woman should settle. And I said, it's never settling. You're just finding out where you really rank.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I might do a live stream on that one.
You can do
it. She was like, well, I said, well, if you're getting 70-80% out of what you want out of a person, you're winning. She's like, well, if I can't have it, I might as well stay single. I said,
Yeah.
now this is the reason why you're single. You're not realistic.
Yeah. Well,
They were scary.
if
And every
you
time she tries to tell me, how you gonna tell me about women when you're not a woman? I said, how many women you dated?
if you choosing to be alone and not have the optimal outcome, right? You're settling anyway.
Mhm.
You settling for
I got a
yourself.
better question. How you
Here's
gonna
the
tell
real
me how
part
to be a
about being
man
single.
and you never had one in your life? Oops, did I say that out loud?
Here's the real part about being single. And when I asked Shorty about her child's father, why you left him? Well, he was going through some mental stuff. I said, what did you do wrong? Well, well, I didn't do anything wrong. I was just staying in the toxicity. I said, okay, now you know you're full of shit.
Staying in
Because
toxicity
there's
sounds
something wrong.
I don't even go there. Why did you pick him?
I asked that question, but she was
What
like,
she
well,
say?
he was nice. He was nice in catering. Okay.
No, he
Why
wasn't.
did you stay? I said, then why didn't you stay? Well, he was narcissistic. And I'm like, I said, really? He had these
translation.
things.
He
I
was
said,
trying to protect her
you
and
know
she
what
didn't understand that.
you know what narcissistic is for chicks?
Yeah.
They don't want a guy to really think highly of himself.
What age did she? What age did she have the baby? How old was she when she had her baby, her child?
Probably about what, 25, 26?
Okay. When did she start having sex?
Way before that.
Way before that. Okay. So all those men before her, but I don't know. I'm assuming I'll give her the three. Okay. I'll give her three guys before her, right? Okay. Yeah, we know. Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay.
Great.
Silly
How
mortal.
how how come he didn't get pregnant by all the three guys before him?
Well, what had happened was I was vulnerable.
Now,
Yeah,
vulnerable
yeah,
and not taking your birth control is not two separate things. So what happened? So,
that's straight.
in other words, I always say, why him?
Always like him.
Yeah,
The
that's the way I
reason
always say.
why is because they wanted they act like they have no authority or no justification within childbirth or pregnancy when they have all the rights to it.
Hmm.
Yes. And I'm like, this is kind of a costly thing called full of shit. I laugh.
Pretty much.
I laugh ridiculously about it. And they're about to do it. And I laugh constantly about it. I say, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. What you thought from the Colorado situation, Charles?
Uh, what did you say about Colorado?
The Supreme Court in Colorado said Trump couldn't is disqualified from running. It basically means even if you write Trump's name in Colorado, your vote will be counted.
They're banning him from the ballot. Yeah.
Oh, well. Who needs Colorado?
Yeah, other states are trying to do the same thing. Other states are Democratic. Other Democrats in other states are trying to do the same thing to keep them off the ballot.
Like I
Oh,
only
well.
read one article. Go ahead.
Sometimes you just
Yep.
got to say, oh, well, to yourself.
You bargain a little bit, Charles.
Yeah. I was saying sometimes you got to say, oh, well. We don't like Trump.
Yeah.
But
Who cares?
Lewis was saying that Kristen Kerrigan actually confessed.
About what?
She had came to the altar and threw
Confess
herself
your
on the.
sins.
Yeah, she said black women are actually delusional. Okay. And they need to come back to the table and settle.
They're not settling.
Hmm? That's what she said out of her own mouth. You're Borgen.
Yeah, I'm sure Brother City is going to have a field day with this.
I'm sure he's got the tape. I can't wait to hear it. And also, was it Nicole Michelle? Or was it Michelle Nicole? Which one? I think Nicole Michelle.
Michelle, I think.
Yeah, she said the same thing.
You know what I say? My response to is,
Mm-hmm.
"So I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, So I offer my body to be burnt. If I do it without love and charity, it offers me nothing." Look it up if you don't know the Bible verse.
The Strags will be with you always.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Strags and the Simps will be with you always.
Yeah,
Can't
they had
have one without the other.
Trust to believe they had Straggers since before BGS was born, so that's true.
Let me mute. Let me go back and let me type with Nub Glory because it's fool.
Yeah, I just read his response. So like,
It's fool hilarious. He has no idea. You think that Joe Biden is a liberal? Really?
Oh. Okay.
You think Hillary Clinton is a liberal? Oh my goodness!
Man, that's funny.
Oh my goodness!
I did not have sexual relations with that
I'm a
woman.
liberal because I didn't vote for Trump. Really? A lot of libertarians didn't vote for Trump either. And there's a lot of Bernie bros that were socialists that actually switched sides and voted for Trump. So what?
Oops. That's true. When Hillary won, a lot of Bernie supporters
switched sides. Yeah, they switched their vote. Yeah. But you want to define what a liberal is? It's called a straw man. Not even a straw man. Straw man is actually more well defined than the argument you just put up.
Mm-hmm.
You're worse than the other side. Talking about blue, no matter who. You're worse than them. Actually, I voted for Kanye West, believe it or not. I don't know where he falls. I think he more falls on the conservative side. I think.
Yeah, he's more. He was following Trump, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's more of that. Yeah.
Now, BGS, if Kanye runs again, he gonna need your vote and your support on it. You done it once. You done it once, motherfucker. You gotta do it twice.
Well, that would be funny if he was on the ballot again.
Real talk, human side note for 1 second. A moment of silence for my belated grandmother. Today would have been her birthday, matching her belated husband, who we said happy birthday to, November the 9th. I'm feeling kind of low, boss. Kind of low, but I'm going to keep pressing.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
One day at a time, man. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
You don't ask for a lighter load, you pray for a stronger back.
Yep.
Yeah, believe it or not,
you carried it this far. You all right?
Yeah, believe it or not, my grandmother died around this time about 4 years ago.
I'll put it to you this way. I have an uncle who was born on Christmas and died on Christmas.
I really trying to figure out how they got along, BGS, because what's this sign today? What sign is this? Because I know he was a Scorpion.
Sagittarius.
Huh?
Sagittarius.
Yeah, Sagittarius, salt of the earth. Yeah. Man, I love that woman, man. That woman never failed me, never done me wrong, kept me honest, kept me straight, and taught me right from wrong, man. I mean, salt of the earth. They don't make women like that no more, man. They just don't. I mean, everything out here, including my own child, ex-wife, egg donor, ex-mother-in-law, all females right now, the modern era, they're trash. That's the only word I got for them. Trash. Ain't no hope.
Well, I'm at the point now.
They don't want no hope. They don't want no hope. They don't want to follow nobody. They don't want to be leading.
No, they don't. Yeah, they've pretty much given up, and that's the problem that they're having.
Yeah, If I'm at the point now, if they don't want to treat you right, leave them to themselves. There's not much you can do.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get some shirts printed up. Shout out to Charles L. Faulkner Jr., Colonel, aka Junior Maestro, underneath the Master Educator. If we can't lead, then goddamn it, we gotta lead.
Yep, I agree. I agree with that.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Because I just ain't gonna put up with it.
Nah, it's pretty much over. That's what I think that's what Kerosene was saying. If black women can't help work this stuff out, it's over. That's what she was saying. When they say us, they them.
You just watch
But,
the clip.
but boss, what I don't get is why they so goddamn mule-headed Texas dumb. Shit, this is the shit for a batch of motherfuckers who consider themselves so high, quote unquote, highly educated and intellectually driven. You so motherfucking stubborn and ass backwards dumb that you can't see the fucking writing on the
Hey,
wall. And you've been saying it so silently and subtly in so many unspoken ass words, man. I mean, you can't see the crack of our asses and the about faces we done. We are headed east, far east, south, southeast, anywhere, but in the presence of y'all. But they can't take a hit, boss. And you've been throwing them out lifeline signs after lifeline signs after lifeline signs. And then you put your agents in the world, the women that will listen. But I feel like they double agents because I don't think they going out there and telling them goddamn truth. That's what I be feeling sometimes. But I'm gonna digress and let y'all ponder on that a little bit.
The thing is, they've been trained this way. They've been brought up this way. They've been passed down this way, and basically, it was either they didn't want to do it or they didn't know how. I don't think they know how. I really don't. That's the problem.
No, I don't think they know how. I don't think they know how either.
And I've heard from a couple of women that a lot of young women, especially below 35, are lost. They don't have a clue about what to do, and they're giving up. I think that's how come they're following people like Princella. They don't have any hope. So they're gonna double down on what they know.
Yeah.
Well, you rest assured that bitch gonna lead them down the loneliest, darkest, desolate, isolated fucking road. And the only thing they gonna have for comfort is a dog and a cat to eat them up once they gone. And that's the realest speech I could ever give.
Shout out to Mr. Z. He's doing the Lord's work because I don't have the strength to listen to that crap.
God, I can't. I don't know how he does it, man. I start listening like 5 minutes and I have to shut it off.
Yeah,
I can't do it, man. He's got a
you better
talent
than
I
me.
don't have.
I listen to 2 minutes and got to shut it off. I listen
Yeah,
to 2 minutes of Christians like, no,
yeah.
I can't listen to
And
this.
then he listens to whole live streams. I said, man, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Listen to the whole live stream of that airhead,
I
Paris Milan. I'm like,
you know what? People that don't know now, I have a low tolerance for people that actually don't know what they're talking about. That's how come I can't listen to the BBT. Okay, my tolerance has gotten so low. That's why I leave that up to you, AB.
oh yeah.
You can do it. You can sit. You can even participate. I can't even do that no more. So how long can you guys be wrong and not admit it? But now they've kind of like calmed down because they see what's going on. Hopefully they see what's going on.
Hopefully, well, they're entitled to their opinions, and
Yeah.
and we'll see what happens. So
Yeah,
I'm interested to see what old boy and the Coldbreakers got to say about this crap going on right now.
yeah, it's a knuckleball that didn't knuckle going right down the middle of the plate, as Snowman would say.
Yeah.
They don't get no slower.
Yeah.
You don't get no slower. Is your phone back up, Charles?
Charles, are you there?
Nah, he's having phone issues. Baltimore Wireless.
Well, side note, starting to watching this new Aquaman 2, and it's the shit.
Aquaman 2?
Man,
Is that, is that,
right
is,
now, leave it alone.
okay.
Yeah, she trying to call me in there to watch it, and I'm like, man, hold on, I can't sleep.
I just heard a rumor that Paramount and WB trying to merge.
You said the WB and Paramount?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty logical, though. That's something Paramount is gonna take advantage of.
Hey, BG, as long as they don't fuck with my Star Trek, I'm good.
Already did.
That's it. No Glory calls him a man that actually pushed the crime bill a liberal. Okay.
Okay.
And Strom Thurmond was his mentor, but he's a liberal.
Who keeps saying that Biden's liberal?
No Glory, because he's a Democrat. All Democrats are liberal, and all Republicans are conservative. Yeah.
Since when?
Since yesterday, because he was born yesterday.
Hell, Obama has overcome Trump.
Serious question, BJ. Do you think because of the recent events that have taken place in the last 24 hours politically, this goes for you too, AB. I want your honest opinion too. Do you think that could set in motion also a chain reaction that could get the Purple Party started, in a true independent party? Hold on. Without the fact of it being grassroots, just straight, off the rip. That's my question.
But it does more damage to the Democratic Party because they're supposed to be the party of liberty and freedom.
Democracy.
And democracy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that tells you that the two wings of the same bird, right?
Yeah. By the way, he said, our Republican conservative. Have you read Bob Dole's campaign? No, seriously, because when I went back and read that, I was like, wait, is this a Republican? I was like, really?
Oh, you were reading up on his old talking points when he was running. Okay, because I was about to say, this Bob Dole,
yeah.
Did he keep the bucket already?
Yeah, go back and read Bob Dole's campaign when he was running against Bill Clinton.
And basically, there were holdovers of FDR's old.
That makes sense. He would be
those holdovers, just like Reagan was a holdover.
You know who had the best
idea? But Nixon was a holdover. Yeah.
Okay, but BGS, you know who had the best ideas as a Republican? The only Republican I could really respect, but he was really people-minded, was Eisenhower. All the infrastructure stuff he started, the job program, when the stuff was under Eisenhower, at least stuff was moving. And it was stable in my mind. From that history point that I studied of his era, man, that was a reliable Republican administration.
Guess what regime he came from under?
What?
FDR.
FDR, okay, he was a disciple. It was FDR, Truman, and Eisenhower, correct?
Yeah.
And FDR passed away, and Truman, he had to take over from vice president to president because of that. And then he ran a term, got it, and then he lost to Eisenhower.
Eisenhower became president is because Truman was too slow at actually in enacting these policies. Okay. That's why he ran for president. He became president actually for civil rights because what he saw in Germany, what he saw in Germany sickened him. So basically, these are what we call we call them Fabian socialists.
Right? Okay, Fabian socialists. I'm gonna have to remember it. So maybe we need to start pushing for one of those because.
Yeah, they're Fabian socialists. Yeah, but they don't use it very much. But and some of that stuff is kind of hard to find.
I've seen enough of those pictures. I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Eisenhower a one-term or two-term president?
Two-term.
No,
2
two
terms.
term, yeah.
And then after that second term, that was the election between Nixon and Kennedy, correct?
Right.
Gotcha. Now, okay, and then from that, we get what 68, 69. I mean, no, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62.
Yeah.
But Kennedy he got killed before the 62 election. LBJ had to replace him, and then LBJ ran out his term, ran for one, got it, but didn't run for re-election because of Vietnam. Gotcha.
Yeah, then Nixon turned over, came in to carry the policy. The thing is, what happened was that the you had the dollar crash, so they switched. They actually
well, the dollar crashed in '73, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
No, 71.
71 over here, 2 years before I was born.
Off the gold standard, yeah, and then they went to neoliberal policies after that.
I'm just curious. Do you think OPEC played a part in that dollar crashing at that time?
Our remark. So, went way longer than I thought it was going to go, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Don't you do that. Don't you talk about our country being liberal.
Now, the way these fools out here acting, they want socialism. That's what they want. I really truly believe that's what they're trying to reprogram this society to be. Straight social, but they really don't. They asking for it, BGS, but they don't know what they asking for. And people have been trying to tell them, y'all on that bullshit.
Yeah.
For good or bad, better or worse, this is just me being honest. Capitalism, it works, but then my thing is these folks they being too greedy. You can make capitalism work without trying to be greedy. But
no, you can't. No, you can't.
You don't believe so?
No. Well, socialism has to be included. Otherwise, it doesn't work right. So, capitalism is based on what profits. Okay.
Profits push greed. Okay, let's go and incentivize greed.
Exactly. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Reed Empire caught all the crazy shit they were doing to people in those factories and stuff, man.
Oh yeah. Even the revolution under FDR after the crash, after the 29 crash. Okay.
There's a reason why unions exist.
Yes. Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't want to talk about that. Yes, some of them are racist. That's true. But there's a reason why unions exist because
they didn't pass them laws to protect you. Pass the laws to protect themselves. Okay.
Yep.
They like nigga, please.
That's why we have this big resurgence in what's called it unions again because of inflation.
Yep.
So you got this big surge, so you headed for a big old cluster right about now. Yeah, unless they can fix this for a big old cluster.
Buckle up, boys and girls. It's gonna be a fun, fucked up ride. I promise you that much.
Yeah. Thank y'all for coming through. I'm about to shut the stream down. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out.
All right. Peace.
Yeah.